Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue Crew.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Gubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
All right, well, now that Jason Milne is limber, we can start the show. Oilers Kraken tonight, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. The Oilers are going for a 4-game winning streak. They have not had one this season. The Kraken fighting for a playoff spot. They are just 1-3-2 in their last 6 games. So the Oilers second in the Pacific Division, 4 back of Anaheim, 1 ahead of Vegas. Seattle, 2 points out of a playoff spot. Nashville holds the second and final wild card with 77 points. LA, the best non-playoff team with 76. And then you got Seattle with 75. The Oilers expected to go with McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy, Nugent-Hopkins with Hyman and Roslovic, Dickinson with Szymanski and Kapanen, Henrique with Jones and Lazar. That line was good on Saturday against the Ducks. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Murphy, and Wallman with Emberson on the blue line. And Connor Ingram is your goaltender. 1 decision against Seattle in his career. He's 1-0, 2.77 goals against average, 921 save percentage. Joey Decord, the expected starter for the Kraken, has not enjoyed playing the Oilers. 2-8-1 in his career, 3.72 goals against average, and an 879 save percentage. So that is a 7 o'clock game at Rogers Place. Of course, we'll get you ready for it throughout the afternoon. We're with you until 6, and then at 6 p.m., Tom Gazzola takes over the stream with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oil Kings in Saskatoon tonight. Blue Jays getting ready to play the Rockies once again. Tough one for the Jays yesterday. Toronto Maple Leafs making some news with firing Brad Treliving. We have really an incredible off-topic topic based on one of the weirdest stories I've ever seen. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Mystery athlete today. The clues start shortly. I think people are going to enjoy this one. Well, see, that's a clue without giving a clue. I shouldn't have even said that. There'll be a mystery player. Jason, how are you doing? Am I the only one who calls you Jason? Is that offensive? I don't call you that all the time. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think so.
It is offensive?
Oh, no. I mean, I think you're one of the only people that call me Jason.
Okay.
I would say, Reid, right now, I'm at least an 8.8 out of 10.
Well, that's high.
Yeah, it's good.
That's really high.
Vibes are high.
Yeah, really high.
Sure. I got to sit with Joaquin earlier.
Great guy.
Banter.
Yep.
Discuss tonight's game.
Yep.
What happened last night. It's a busy night in Toronto.
Well, with the Leafs, yeah.
With Leafs, yeah. Well, and you know, the Blue Jays, that was interesting as well.
Well, they were going to lose eventually.
Well, true.
Was that the backup catcher on the mound?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I didn't even realize this. Once it was brought up, I kind of remembered it. They made a rule in 2023 that position players can't pitch unless it's extra innings or a team is behind by 8 or if they're behind by 10 in the 9th. So Heineman goes out there and he's just lobbing them in, just hoping that they'll
moonshots.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember if it was Schulman. Is it Sadal now replaced Buck as the color guy? One of them just said he's just hoping they hit it directly to a defender,
yeah.
And then he's not trying to strike them out or anything like that. That's tough when they'd never put a mercy rule in Major League Baseball, would they? They couldn't do that.
No, you can't. There's too much money behind it.
Yeah,
you got to play advertisements.
But still, that was tough because it's like, well, how many more runs are they going to pile on?
A few.
Well, they did. Yeah, they did. But when I started watching, it was 2-1 in the 5th or the 6th, whatever inning they blew it open.
It was a tight game.
It was 9-1 at the end of that inning. It's like, oh, okay, so much for that. Anyway, we'll have the Blue Jays game on the old television, the one that works. Right?
Yeah, I'll get it.
The one that actually streams, not the one that keeps pausing.
Well, and I'm behind Boardzilla here.
So you can't even see that.
I couldn't even see it anyways.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Yeah, we'll get you ready for the Oilers in Seattle. 2 great guests Shawn Belle is going to join us. He joins us once a week, usually every Tuesday here on the Reid Wilkins Show. And Everett Fitzhugh. If you follow him on X, the voice Fitz, the play-by-play voice of the Seattle Kraken. Great guy. We believe...
You see what he did there, right?
What did he do?
The voice fits.
Oh, I never thought of that. I just now saying it out loud. Yeah.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
I didn't realize it until you just said it.
Yeah.
The voice fits for somebody to do
But it's
play-by-play.
FITZ because his name is Fitzhugh. Yeah.
Or Fitzsimmons. Some people.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Move past it, Jay.
I don't know. I wonder sometimes. I lose sleep at night wondering if I should continue the bit with him. But
oh, my goodness.
let's see.
Okay. Anyway, Everett Fitzhugh is on the show. Seattle Kraken play-by-play voice. Also, I think a fan of the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah.
So he's probably...
Well, he's a good old Detroit guy, right?
Probably geared up for the Final Four. Savoy is playing tonight, as far as we know. Did you see anything otherwise?
I did not.
Did I say something otherwise?
I don't believe you did.
Savoy with McDavid and Podkolzin. I believe that's the line. Somebody's asking in the nasty chat. So the nasty chat is one way you can reach us or chat with each other. That's the chat stream going on YouTube. Now, the YouTube channel is Edmonton Sports Talk. If you have not already subscribed to it, please do so. We keep building our subscriptions. They've gone up, quite a bit since you and I started the show about a year and a half ago. And also, for each individual program, please click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, and we try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We would love to reach the Sammy Hagar plateau of 100 and... Well, he froze coming in there. Sammy, are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Okay, I think he's ready.
I wonder if Paul Stanley's ready.
Paul, what are you doing over there? Shania, are you ready to go?
Let's go, girl.
Okay, everybody's
I
ready.
think we're ready.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got to say, Fox Mulder also hanging out in the studio. Fox, you look great today.
Oh, isn't it nice to be suddenly so highly regarded?
Okay, anyway, so we got our celebrity audience and singers ready to go. We want to get to 100 thumbs on YouTube, so don't be a pleasure to
What
later.
about Picard?
Jean-Luc Picard, yeah, he's around. Hey, Jean-Luc, do you want a bag of chips?
Make it so, number one.
Okay, you can call me Reid. That's Riedrich, whatever.
I wonder what the Emperor thinks of our show. Whether he thinks it's good, bad.
Oh, yeah, the Emperor's on board as well. All right. I think I'm out of clips, buddy. Please don't suggest anymore. I'm not sure I could find them. Because it's hard to find the clips. I'm sitting there going... Oh, my goodness. All right. What was I saying? Give us the thumbs up on YouTube if you have not done so already. Oh, we do have more clips because once you hit the thumbs up, then please click the share button. Well, I got to add in more share songs. Maybe I'll do that on a quieter or on the weekend. I'll spend some time to do it.
Maybe on Good Friday.
Maybe on Good Friday. We'll do some stuff. Other ways to reach us. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsports.com. Send us, we love getting limericks from people. A few weeks ago, we started giving people a theme for the limerick, something they could work in. Let's do Star Trek. Why not? That's pretty wide open.
Why not?
Jean-Luc Picard, you know the characters well enough.
Yeah, I know all the Star Wars people.
I don't know. I don't know Voyager. I don't know the Enterprise show as well, but you can work them in and we'll figure it out.
Was it the USS Enterprise?
Yes, I believe so.
And that was the one that looked like a bent spoon.
Well, it had the saucer section with the two. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm thinking something else.
A spaceship that looked like a bent spoon.
A bent spoon's probably maybe a bent spoon that wasn't concave in the spoon portion.
I'm trying to think what that would have been.
Looked like this. Kind of like that.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it. Okay, all right.
I just never heard of it described that way.
Well, now you
I was
have.
thinking that it would be a bent spoon because there are 2 engines sticking out the back. I think they're the nacelles.
Okay.
Something
Yes.
like that.
Who could forget?
Yeah, who could possibly forget? All right, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, email us. We'll do Star Wars themed limerick. Any Star Wars show. You may have to explain the reference if one or both of us don't get it. And of course, you can text us. It's the afternoon inbox, and as always, it is presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Tap 25, 50% off the entire menu. All menu items at Tap 25, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. So good deal there, 7 days a week. I guess that's their happy hour for the food anyway. Well, they got the happy hour for the drinks. That's like all day. 50% off the entire menu. Tap 25, River Cree Resort and Casino from 2 to 5 p.m. Great deal.
That is a good idea that Skinny in the chat said. A Seinfeld Limerick Day would be cool.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Let's just say tomorrow's Seinfeld Day.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
You'll have to remind us because surely we'll forget.
Oh, we'll definitely forget. We'll stick with Star Trek today since we already put that out there, and we're rolling with that. Okay. Games at 7 o'clock. A lot to talk about. We have a... I better do a clue first, actually. The off-topic topic is really something. Jay showed me this story, and Jay said, we got to figure out an off-topic topic for this. So we kept it pretty simple. We don't know where it's going to go. But let's do the first clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. So you're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub featuring $10 tankards and $6 tequila shots, or grab the $23.99 adult Happy Meal, features a drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. So most people probably know how this works, but we always hope we have new people on board. Again, you're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. I give clues throughout the show, and you have to guess the mystery athlete. First person to do it gets the gift card. Now, the catch is maximum 3 guesses per person, so you can't just spam the inbox with guesses. And you must text your guesses to 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Okay, so don't post them in the Nazi chat because we won't acknowledge them, but you might help somebody else. So just remember to text those in, 780-218-9999 for River Cree Resort and Casino. And the first clue is Braves. Pretty straightforward, I think. I hope. Maybe not.
I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't it be?
Yeah.
First clue is Braves. I always come up with 5 clues. Occasionally, we've had to come up with an emergency 6th clue. Occasionally, somebody has guessed it like literally 30 seconds after we gave it now.
And ruined your day.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't say that. Would you say that?
I would.
If I wasn't cranky all the time, I would say that. But I'm usually cranky, so I don't know how you can just say it's about one thing in particular. It's time for the headlines, presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Stinky Inkies are in town. The locals are after their longest winning streak of the season. Hey, I'm betting Captain Connie is good at Connect 4. Radko got his good ass handed to him last night. Max Domi looked like Jake LaMotta. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a raging bull in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Nice.
Well, who's going to join Canada in Group B at the World Cup? Group B? Is this a soccer tournament or a pharmaceutical trial? I'm Chet Palmer.
Is that soccer game over, by the way? Chet forgot to check the score. It's still tied. Italy against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Iwanik's losing his mind.
Yeah. He is. Reid, who's Jake LaMotta?
He's a boxer.
That's the raging,
raging bull. Yeah.
Okay.
Who might be in your pocket.
He might be. Oh.
That's why I was laughing earlier when you walked in.
Pharmaceutical trial.
Hey, are you in Group B? You got the placebo.
You know what? I thought there was a chance that Chet might pull out the Joey Meech Lake Decord.
Oh, yeah. Meech Lake Decord. Well, I think that's mine, not Chet's.
Oh, is it?
I think that's
okay.
mine, yeah.
Yeah. he shall be referred to as the Meech Lake Decord.
Oh my God! All right, those were the afternoon headlines.
Very good.
Presented by 100.3 The Bear.
Chet was on it today.
Oh, Connect 4. That's a game.
I've played Connect 4.
It's sort of like tic-tac-toe, but
vertical.
Yeah, and you have to get 4 in a row. So
Right.
is that the one where there are the platforms?
Yeah, and then when you're done, you pull the thing out and they all go.
Oh, right.
Yes.
But you can get 4 on the same level or
Diagonally
or like
vertically,
up to the
horizontally.
different dimensions. Yeah.
We're talking axes here.
Yeah. We're talking X and Y, baby.
Wow.
Would there be an X, Y, and a Z axis in Connect 4? I think there would be.
Well, would Z be the horizontal axis?
And then there's depth to it, right? Mm-hmm. Because X's and O's, tic-tac-toe as some call it.
Some
would call it. That would have an X axis and a Y axis. And then but then again,
then it would have.
The Connect 4 would have at least 3 dimensions, if not 4.
Maybe 18. Who knows?
It might. All right. So this, we never know how these are going to go. I got to say, I had a couple off-topic topics last week for William Huff that, I wished you were here all week, but I really wished you could have been there because I took a chance on a couple and one of them especially just took off. So
we should recreate it with me here.
This one, it was maybe we could do that one again. But today's is an incredible story torn from the headlines. It's the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Okay, this was quite a story. This was out of Europe. As of yesterday, thieves stole 413,793 KitKat bars. That's the equivalent of around 12 tons of KitKat bars from a truck in Europe.
What's the exact number?
413,793. Now, the funniest thing, Coob, is that the press release from KitKat that you've got on the screen?
This is the official statement release from KitKat.
So this isn't a troll job so they get attention, is it?
No, I believe these were stolen. Well, this was the official statement from KitKat. We can confirm that 12 tons of KitKat products were stolen while in transit between our factory in central Italy and their destination in Poland. We are working closely with local authorities and supply chain partners to investigate. I don't know why I'm laughing about this.
Well, how can you not?
KitKat also said, whilst we appreciate the criminal's exceptional taste, the fact remains that cargo theft is an escalating issue for businesses of all sizes. They also mentioned that they've always encouraged people to have a break with KitKat, but it seems thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate. So, the off-topic, whether they knew they were stealing 12 tons of KitKat bars or not, what do you do once you open those doors on that 52-foot trailer and you say, my God.
Well, so do you think they thought they were stealing TVs or something or video games or clothes?
Let's talk about this. Do you think they knew they were stealing 413,793 KitKat bars?
Well, I read this story it's on CNN. It says this is not the only massive chocolate heist to have taken place recently in Europe, with a British man sentenced to 18 months in jail in July 2023 for stealing 200,000 chocolate eggs. How do you only get a year and a half for that? You're clearly building up to something. If you're starting with chocolate eggs, don't give him the chance.
Well, I'd go ask that guy. Tell me who did it.
Well, that's a good point.
Know an associate.
He'd be out by now.
That's the chocolate stealer of all chocolate stealers.
This guy's suspect number one, is he not?
This guy's a legend.
He's graduating from the eggs to the KitKat.
But
what's next? Entire cakes?
Oh, heaven forbid. What do you do with 400,000 KitKat bars? I mean, would you take them to the black market? Is there an underground chocolate bar black market?
There is now.
Well, apparently. I just don't know. So that's the off-topic topic. What would you do with over 400,000 KitKat bars? I mean, if you were in a colder climate, let's say you were in the Antarctica, you could build a structure with that.
You could build an igloo.
Right, you could, because they'd freeze, and nobody knows. I mean, the best KitKats are cold or frozen,
right?
In my opinion. I mean, where do you rank KitKats on your Reid's big board of chocolate bars?
I wouldn't even have a big board of chocolate bars because I eat so.
But you do.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're not
Mars.
Mars, yeah. I'm
Aero
up there.
dark chocolate.
KitKat. There's a place in the world for KitKat.
Mirage.
Oh, I love Mirage.
They're kind of like Aero, though.
They are, but they're bigger.
And
more
because all the nutty ones I don't eat.
Yeah, I mean, me as well. The Mirage is just more bubbly,
yes.
I find, than Aero.
It's good.
Yeah. Huh. We're like chocolate bar brothers.
We really are.
So what do you do with 400,000 KitKats?
Yeah, building an igloo is an interesting one. Selling them on the black market, I guess. You got to freeze them, don't you? You got to freeze them.
Must have been in a reefer truck. Had to have been.
Right.
Those things can't sit in the sun.
What if they're looking to melt all the chocolate and do something else with it?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, Coop.
Now you've opened another door, Coop, because what if they opened each one of them and siphoned off the chocolate and sold just the chocolate, the milk chocolate,
right,
on the black market?
There's probably a big place for that. There's an avenue for that.
Right?
No doubt. Yeah.
I mean, imagine a KitKat bar
market
without the wafer.
That'd be pretty good.
What would that be? Be like an Aero without the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
touch.
pretty crazy.
I would probably just... you can't take it all. There's no way that you could store that much. Unless you go to Sentinel Storage and get one of those.
I think this was a mistake. And then like somewhere out there's a criminal group that has pulled this thing into their secret warehouse somewhere in the south of Switzerland.
They wanted to steal guns.
And and they said, "Oh no. What have you done?" Right? Gotta be. But then what do you do?
Did you bring me the weapons, Silas?
Silas is his henchman.
Okay.
Yeah, we got him right here, boss.
Open the truck. Let's see how the rebels do without their shipment of... What is that? Where are my guns, Silas?
Oh, they should be in the truck. They must be behind the chocolate bars.
All I see is more chocolate bars, Silas.
And then he kills him by force feeding him KitKats till he dies.
Like Donald Duck when his
why
caught
don't
his
you have
nephew
one?
smoking.
Here, have another one, Silas. Here, have one more. Oh, you're having trouble breathing, Silas?
Chocolate all over his face.
I'm sorry.
No, swallow it, Silas. Swallow it.
Silas is such a good henchman name. Sorry for anybody named
You
Silas.
disgust me.
And then he calls over the other one. Yeah.
Victor, you're in charge now. Get rid of this chocolate.
Well, what do you do?
He's grabbing a couple.
But hold on. I'll take these. I'll take these from my office.
Couple cases for the office.
How many KitKat bars are we talking about?
400,000, boss.
All right. Put 100,000 in the lunchroom. Burn the rest.
It's the lunchroom at the secret lair
the secret
of the
warehouse.
terrorist group. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What are we doing?
In actuality, Reid, that's 1.655 million bars. Like, there's a 4-pack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's 1.6 million bars.
Or you know what they could do? Okay, here's what you would do with them. You could give them, sew them on for people who are missing fingers.
Ah, chocolate finger.
Yeah.
That'd be another diabolical. Silence! Bring me chocolate finger.
No, they meant to steal it. It's chocolate finger.
Because he gets hungry.
He's chocolate finger.
At long last,
A lifetime.
I have cornered the world market on the KitKat bar. Now the world will bow before me,
Finger by finger. Because you know what Goldfinger's plan was? So Goldfinger had a bunch of gold. and he was going to set off a bomb in Fort Knox that made the gold radioactive and thus inaccessible. So then his gold would go up. So the chocolate finger must have to have some kind of a sports thing like this. Gary in the Nasty Chat says, is this a sports show? WTF? Well, it is, Gary. It's on Edmonton Sports Talk. We will talk a lot of sports. Sometimes we get off the path. We talk about funny things. We do have some topics that aren't sports related, Gary.
Well, this
I
one
think if you stick around, you're going to like it.
The off-topic topic.
This is the off-topic topic. This is an intentional part of the show that's about something a little different, and it encourages the listener to get involved, Gary, because we find that our listeners are quite funny and they can contribute some pretty cool stuff. So that's why we have an off-topic topic, often to bring in things from the audience. But I'm serious. I want to answer Gary's question because he might be new. And yes, Gary, we are going to meander. We are going to do silly things, but we're going to talk a ton of Oilers. We got Shawn Belle on the show. We got Everett Fitzhugh on the show. We got audio from Hyman. Great season. From Knobloch, from Ekholm as well. We'll discuss some Blue Jays and some other stuff going on. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And we do have a sports update with Zachary Kubish.
The Oilers have returned Roby Yarventi to the AHL Condors. The 23-year-old suited up in 3 games for the Orange and Blue this season. 10 games around the NHL. Oilers host the Kraken. Connor Ingram starting for Edmonton as they look to get their first 4-game win streak of the season. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson as they get you set for the matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that airs at 6 o'clock right here on EST. For the Oil Kings, Game 3 against the Blades goes from Saskatoon. That series knotted at 1-1, Edmonton tying the series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. Back in E-Town, the Elks, they've named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. Campbell spent last year as a special teams coordinator in Ottawa. Meanwhile, the Jays, Rockies, they have Game 2 of their 3-game series just after 5 o'clock. First pitch, Max Scherzer on the mound for Toronto. Ryan Feltner countering for Colorado. And the Association Raptors challenging the Pistons on an 8-game slate. Raptors 5th in the Eastern Conference on a 2-game heater, while the Pistons drop their last contest and lead the East by 4 wins. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, more with Reid Wilkins, Jay Milne. On the other side of the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hope you're having a great afternoon on an Oilers game day. They're taking on the Seattle Kraken at 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, so it's the last day to try the March wing flavor of the month. It's creamy white cheddar, rich, cheesy, and smooth like your favorite white cheddar popcorn, but on a saucy wing. Try them before they're gone. And yes, they are gone tonight. The wing flavor of the month for March, creamy white cheddar. So if you're out watching the Oilers game tonight at Canadian Brewhouse, give them a shot. Do we have I know what the April wing flavor is.
Do tell.
It'll have some heat. I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it there. We can't watch the soccer game, so we're following it. It looks like Bosnia has taken 3 penalty kicks and scored on all 3.
Yeah.
Italy is about to take their third, but they missed their first one. So Bosnia up 3-1 on penalty kicks.
Italy missed.
So this is, oh my goodness. So Bosnia needs one thing to go their way in the last 4 kicks. So the reason we're following this match specifically, in case people don't already know, is this team comes into Canada's pool at the World Cup for a game on June 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be either Italy or Bosnia-Herzegovina. So Italy scored first in this game, had a player red carded.
Yep.
Bosnia tied it. When did they tie it? It was was it the 70-something minute? I don't have the full summary.
79th minute.
79th minute. They played extra time, overtime. Nothing happened, there were no goals. And now they're in penalty kicks. So both teams have taken 3 kicks now. Bosnia-Herzegovina has scored on all 3. Italy has scored on only their second one. So Bosnia is probably kicking right now. And if they score, it's over. And they're coming to the World Cup.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep tabs here. But.
Yeah, well, so this will be the June 12th game. So Canada plays the winner of this game on June 12th in Toronto, then plays Qatar on June 18th in Vancouver, and then plays Switzerland on June 24th, also in Vancouver. So that's specifically why we're following
Bosnia.
this one. So it's over.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and
now
our coup here, Matthew Iwanek.
Yeah, another angle. And by the way, Gary said he's new here. He's going to stick around. We appreciate that, Gary. So he'll get to know the personalities.
Matthew Iwanek, our coup, second in command here, is part Italian. So he was supporting the team. He left the office to be on his own to watch this. Many of you are chiming in asking for a wellness check. We will try get an updated wellness check. I would be surprised if he responds.
No, he'll respond. If I text him, he'll respond.
Okay, so Bosnia is in the same group.
Bosnia is coming to play. Now, what is Bosnia's world ranking? We got to check. the Coca-Cola men's world rankings for FIFA. So let me do this. I should have had this. Well, Italy was fairly high, right?
Yeah, I was surprised how high they were.
Because Italy was 12th. So that would have been a tough opponent for Canada for sure. Where is Bosnia-Herzegovina? Did I miss them? They are 66th. 66th. And Canada is 30th. Well, would you sooner face number 66 in the world or number 12? There's no guarantees, but...
I mean, by paper, that sounds like a win for Canada.
Right,
soccer.
just Switzerland is already in Canada's pool. They're 19th. And I think Qatar is further down, aren't they? Qatar is 55th.
Yeah.
So based on the rankings, Canada should finish in the top 2 and go through. Now, I know it's a lot of ifs by then, but interesting. Tough for Italy as they don't make... Is this 3 World Cups in a row they haven't been in? I think it might be.
Yeah, it's been a while. Really.
All right. So we got the update on that. Bosnia-Herzegovina coming to the World Cup in Canada's pool. They'll play Canada on June 12th. Oilers tonight against Seattle. We'll dive more into that with Shawn Belle. Everett Fitzhugh from the Kraken play-by-play chair is going to join us as well. What did you think of the fight last night between Gudas and Domi? They did it right off the hop.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of old-timey hockey. You know, you did something bad. You need to pay for it. And let's get this done and over with. I thought Domi was quite energetic. I don't believe that Radko Gudas just said, give me my licks, I'll take them.
No, there's no way. I don't buy that at all. I think he legitimately got
his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Is what happened. And I think part of the reaction from Ty Domi, especially after post-fight, you know, getting the bench was almost maybe an answer to what started when this hit happened. And none of the Maple Leafs at that time did anything.
Right.
So maybe trying to remedy that a bit for Leafs faithful, who had a lot on their minds last night.
Yeah, Treliving obviously getting fired as well. I don't get this. I saw something on even last night. Well, Gudas did what he had to do. He went out there and got beat up. No, I don't know. He said he played yesterday because he had to fight. But if he's going to fight, because here's the thing. If I'm Radko Gudas, no, I'm not an NHL player, obviously. But you're not fighting to allow the other... It's like, okay, yeah, I did it. I need your best player. I knocked him out for the season. I got suspended. Okay, you want to fight me? Fine, I'll beat you up cleanly then. You can't suspend me if I beat you in a fight.
Exactly.
Like, there's no way an NHL player is going out there and saying, well, I guess I just got to let myself get pummeled. No way. Zero chance. That's one of the worst theories I've ever heard.
Well, especially given the build-up and lead into that fight, the drama.
Right.
I mean, everybody was watching that game, waiting to see what would happen, who it would be for Toronto that stepped up.
Right.
You're not just going to go, you know.
But good for Max Domi.
Yeah.
I mean, he just... Now, I'll say this. Maybe Domi felt there was a little more on the line than Gudas because he just went in there firing away. Like, Gudas never got his bearings.
Gudas didn't get a punch in, did he?
I don't think so.
I think Domi stunned him pretty quick with a right, and it was over.
Yeah.
And then you know when it's really emotional, when the punches continue after the player.
Oh yeah, he wasn't letting up.
He did not let up.
Yeah. So anyway, they took care of that, and then the Leafs fired their general manager. Now, what do you think of this? Treliving being canned.
I still don't understand the timing of it. I guess if it's inevitable, sure, go ahead and make the change now. But I don't know. Can you recall a GM being fired this late in the season?
Oh, probably if I thought about it. But yeah, there. You could argue why not just wait till the end of the season. Now, who knows? Maybe there was some sort of conflict.
And why the GM and not the head coach?
Well, GM put the team together.
Yeah, but you know as well as I that, you know, the way the cookie crumbles usually doesn't start with
maybe they got more respect for Berube than they do for Treliving.
You think Berube's going to stick around through this? I mean, nobody knows, but I think both you and I would both assume
I think so, yeah.
That he's probably going to be gone.
I don't think so.
New general manager.
No, I think he's a pretty well-respected coach.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me. No, he still has a year left on his contract, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think Berube has a year left. But, I was a little surprised when I see it. He signed a 4-year contract in May of 2024. So he has 2 years left.
Okay.
So he has 2 years. Now, of course, a new GM could fire him or whatever. But I would think that.
But wouldn't a new GM want a new head coach? His guy? I mean, that's come up here in Edmonton.
Sure,
that Knobloch wasn't Bowman's guy. I know they extended him.
Yeah.
But conversations had come up here.
With Berube, like, is coaching a problem with the Maple Leafs? I mean, they lost Marner, who gets you points. I mean, you take that many points out of your lineup. They didn't get as good a goaltending as they did last year.
I would say look no further than as a reflection into Edmonton's market. Is coaching, was coaching called into question here, or was roster management called into question? Now, I know the Oilers are on a 3-game winning streak. They're second of the season. They're playing better. March has been a good month for them. Okay, I understand that. But when things were bad, what was called into question? Probably both.
Yeah, both for sure. And they're probably both being called into question in Toronto. I just think Berube is a pretty established coach.
Oh, yeah.
Who did very well with St. Louis Blues. So I don't know. I would think that if he wants to be the coach, and I don't know why he would back out of his contract, I think he will be the coach, personally. I'm curious to see who the next GM is going to be. Did you see one of the Toronto Sun did an article speculating? They put Bill Scott on the list, current Oilers assistant GM, who had an interview with the Nashville Predators. Would you want to be the GM of the Leafs?
Well, me, no.
I mean,
but if you played hockey your whole life and the hockey's what you love and adore, then why would you not want to go to the Mecca?
If you're the GM that actually gets it done there,
you'll go down in infamy in Toronto. Like,
right. Like, if you go there and screw up and fail, it's like, well, check everybody else's track record since '67.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But if you do something and you actually get the Leafs over the hurdle and they win a Stanley Cup,
yeah, you're the man forever.
You'd never have to pay for a donaire again.
No, you still have to pay for parking, though. We'll get more on the Gudas Domi fight with Shawn Belle. He's going to join us at the top of the hour. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Let's do clue number 2. Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. Again, you must text to 780-218-9999 for River Cree Resort and Casino. The second clue is 40. So the first clue was Braves. The second clue is 40. The off-topic topic for William Huff. What would you do why would you steal 400,000 KitKat bars?
Well, it's simple to me. First thing that came to mind, infinite Halloween candy. You'll never have to buy Halloween candy ever again. That's it. And it's the big bars too. You'd be the favorite on the block if you're giving away big KitKats every single year.
Yeah, storage would be an issue. Saskatoon Muncher says, I would try and get in contact with the head of the traveling carnivals and fairs. I feel like they are the kind of sketchy people that might be able to work out a black market deal. I mean, those things, half-price KitKats. But then again, if you're out there promoting half-price KitKats, well, you're red flagged. And they did say in the article that these could be traced.
Yeah, they're all probably the barcodes or something like that. So if you tried to act like you were a KitKat delivery guy, sell them to a convenience store. I don't know what your plan is. Yeah, I think we got to assume they were trying to steal something else.
But
who knows? Stranger things have happened.
True.
You never know somebody's motivation.
But I mean, you get those things offshore and into a different continent.
That's right. It's offshore KitKatting.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. Okay. Shawn Belle coming up at the top of the hour. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta when we get back.
The Oilers Oilers have returned Roby Arventi to the AHL Condors ahead of tonight's game against the Kraken at home. Connor Ingram starts for Edmonton, looking to find their first 4-game win streak of the season. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They hit the airwaves for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, teeing up that matchup with coverage starting at 6 right here on EST for the Oil Kings Game 3 against the Blades out in Saskatoon. Series knotted at 1-1, Edmonton tying the series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. Big news in soccer, Bosnia and Herzegovina beat Italy on penalty kicks to secure a spot in the World Cup, joining Group B with Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. Canada opens their World Cup June 12th against Bosnia. Back in E-Town, the Elks, they've named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst for the team. Campbell spent last year as a special teams coordinator with the Red Blacks. Meanwhile, the Jays Rockies Game 2, their 3-game series just after 5. Max Scherzer on the mound for Toronto. Ryan Feltner countering for Colorado in the association. Total of 7 games on tap. Raptors tipping off against the Pistons at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to learn more. The Reid Wilkins Show returns following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
They would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Okay, hope you're having a great afternoon. He is Jason Milne. I am Reid Wilkins. Zach Kubish is at the technical desk. Oilers game day. They play the Seattle Kraken tonight at 7. So Seattle coming into town 32, 29, and 11, just out of a playoff spot. Oilers 37, 28, and 9. Goals for Oilers pretty good, as you know, 3.49 per game, 4th in the NHL. Goals against, not so good, though a bit of improvement lately. 3.35 goals against per game, 28th in the National Hockey League. Seattle, middle of the pack, goals against, 3.03, 15th. Goals for, they are below average, 2.85 per game, 23rd in the National Hockey League. Now, the special team story. The Oilers' power play remains first in the NHL. It is 30.2%. I mean, they've been up around 32, 33 most of the season. Since Leon Draisaitl left the Nashville game, they are 1 for 17. Remember, he scored a power play goal. They had 3 more power plays in that game. They're 1 for 17 without Leon. But they're still first in the league. Maybe they can cash in tonight. The Kraken penalty kill, 29th. No, pardon me, the 31st. I looked at the wrong column. 31st. That's second last, Jay. 73.4%. Meanwhile, the Kraken power play, 20.7. That's 17th in the NHL. The Oilers PK, 77.3. That's 24th.
So if you're saying if there's a night to get off the power play schneid,
well, you'd hope so.
It's tonight. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
All right. Yeah, that is. You could tell how much they miss Leon on the power play. I mean, just the pucks where you're like, oh, that would have been a shot. Oh, that would have been a good pass. That play would have stayed alive. Like nothing to get like Savoy and Podkolzin to fill in. Podkolzin's taken a couple good looks. He's tried a shot or two from that sharp angle. But yeah, pretty big loss. All right, let's do this fun part of the show.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Okay, it's presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now. Start playing today.
Okay, talking about the power play, tonight would be a night that they could, break it open a bit.
Sure.
First-ranked power play going against the second worst penalty kill in the Seattle Kraken. So, Koob, I know you did this earlier on the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay, and I know we didn't talk about it, but I also have taken a Zach Hyman goal, and I've had it boosted. So here's the thing. Zach Hyman, in his last 4 games against Seattle, has 3 goals. He's got 6 points in his last 7 games, including 4 goals, Reid. Do you know this? That currently, Zach Hyman sits 5th in goals per game this season in the NHL. 5th. Behind McKinnon, Caulfield, Kucherov, and McDavid. So, why not? Power play, going against a weaker PK. Zach Hyman scoring goals. Zach Hyman. Goal. It doesn't have to be in a power play. Just a Zach Hyman goal. I've gotten that boosted to plus 180. So head to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day, Zach Hyman to score a goal, boosted to plus 180. And if you haven't yet, use or download the new Play Alberta app and click on ESC specials there. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
Now, he scored the empty netter on Saturday, right? And when did he get that backhand goal? Where's his goal log here? Remember he had that backhand move in front for a nice goal? That was recently, wasn't it? The game, as you know, the games start to blend together after a while. Do you know the one I'm thinking of? Who was that? Who was that against? Where is Hyman's game log? I got it right here in the game notes.
Sorry, I'm caught up in an MLB scoregami.
He scored in 2 straight games. Yeah, he scored against Vegas. Yeah, so Hyman to score for the 3rd straight game. That's a good one, Jay. All right, and on the way I do the odds on my site, it's coming in at 2.8 to 1. So you almost triple your money on that. Not too bad. Not too bad.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, presented by Play Alberta. If you have us on YouTube this afternoon, remember to subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up. We try to get to at least 100 every show. That's the bare minimum, and then we see how high we can soar. We're at 75 in less than an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So if you haven't clicked, get in there and click. Our off-topic topic for William Huff was why would anyone steal over 400,000 KitKat bars? This actually happened. Well, where was it again? Was it in Italy?
Yeah. Italy into...
Poland?
Somewhere in Europe. I think it was going from Italy into Switzerland or...
Where was it again? It just says in Europe here on this story. Anyway.
Oh, it was a factory
going
from
from
Italy to Poland.
So our off-topic topic was why would anyone steal that many KitKat bars? The 55-yard line in the Nasty Chat. The 55-yard line has some, they're working through some things. 55-yard line says, I would borrow a few metric tons of KitKats that fell off a truck and then say, give me a break every time someone mentions what a good commissioner the CFL has. Oh, my.
Wow.
But the 55-yard line, not bitter, though. Just stating their feelings. That's all. You know what we have to do? Now, Coob's a great colleague. There's curling on, Canada and China. For whatever reason, this TV we have in the corner freezes often. And then it doesn't skip to the current. So we're going to have to put the curling on here because Canada and China, this is live, right, Coop? Are 4-4 in the 8th?
I believe this is actually from earlier today.
Oh, this is from earlier today.
That's the best thing I could have got.
Well, you have this. You must know the score then.
8-4 Canada.
Oh, so we won. Okay. Well, then we're playing great. No, we're playing Sweden later today.
Yeah, that draw against Sweden goes at 7:00.
That's tonight. Okay, so this game already happened, but nonetheless, it's distracting to watch. So we're gonna have to fire up your laptop on this monitor over here, Jay.
You got it, Pontiac.
This is unwatchable.
Oh, it is. That's why I'd
sooner have bad tracking than pausing every 4 seconds. All right, so Canada won this one 8-4. Okay, that's good. Shawn Belle coming up.
The Lock Shop.
The Winnipeg Jets seem to refuse to die. They somehow went into Colorado and won. Nashville's lost 3 in a row. I mean, I don't even know what to say about the Jets right now. Somehow we're still having the same conversation we've had for the last couple of weeks. They're 3 back. Nashville doesn't play until Thursday when they play LA.
3 back with the game in hand. Take care of business and the game in hand. We're talking 1
The
back.
Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Ahead of tonight's game against the Kraken, the Oilers have returned Roby Yarventi to the AHL Condors. Tonight, Connor Ingram gets a start in between the pipes. Edmonton looking for its first 4-game win streak of the season. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson have you covered during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They hit the airwaves at 6 o'clock right here on EST for the Oil Kings. Game 3 against the Blades from Saskatoon tonight. That one's knotted at 1-1. Edmonton tying this series 1-1 following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. Big news in soccer, Bosnia and Herzegovina beating Italy on penalty kicks, securing a spot in the World Cup, eliminating Italy from World Cup contention this year. They join Group B alongside Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. Canada and Bosnia go at it June 12th in their World Cup opener. Back in E-Town, the Elks naming 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. Campbell spent last year as a special teams coordinator in Ottawa. Meanwhile, the Jays Rockies game 2 of their 3-game series just after 5. Max Scherzer on the mound for Toronto. Ryan Feltner countering for Colorado. To the association with 7 games on tap, the Raptors tip off with the Pistons at 6 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for tuning in this afternoon. We got a Teef in the Nasty Chat. Good buddy of the show. Good afternoon, everyone. Game day for the Oilers and the Oil Kings. And Teef says, I've been to Saskatoon once. All right. Maddie going to be mad Italy lost today. Probably. I lived in Saskatoon for a summer. Did my practicum there.
Fancy.
I liked Saskatoon.
I think Saskatoon is beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. It's kind of got a bit of a river valley like Edmonton.
Like a mini Edmonton.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yep.
Yeah, I quite liked it. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That's how you can text us. Oilers and Kraken at 7. And we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. My goodness. You get them on Hello Hockey and a variety of other Edmonton sports talk shows, including this one. It's Shawn Belle checking in. Bellsy, how's it going? Bellsy, can you hear me? Bellsy, we gotta have to phone him maybe, Coop. Yeah, he speaking of choppy. that was tough. Oilers and Kraken tonight. The series between these two teams. They played back on October 25th in Seattle. Kraken won at 3-2. They played in Seattle on November 29th. The Oilers won at 4-0. They played on December 4th in Edmonton, and the Oilers blew them out 9-4. Also almost getting to 10 goals for the first time in 3 decades. The Oilers have done well against Seattle, 14-4 against the Kraken. The Kraken won 2 of the first 5 meetings between these teams, and then the Oilers won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. Kraken won 2 in a row. The Oilers have taken the last 2 by a combined score of 13-4. Well, they knocked them on the floor last time.
They've also beat Seattle 6 straight in their last 6 at home. The Oilers have.
Oh, yeah, that's a good stat. So Seattle has one win in Edmonton?
The Oilers, I saw this earlier, the Oilers have won 11 of the last 13 meetings, including 6 of the last straight at home.
January 3rd, 2023, Seattle won in Edmonton 5-2. Right. And then those other 2 wins I was talking about were in Seattle. So Seattle has one win in Edmonton since they came into the league. Do we have Belzy on the phone?
He's just restarting his computer.
Oh, okay. Well, I told him, don't use a VIC-20.
Yeah, I was old
for this.
He said it was about to explode, so probably long overdue.
Well, the Oilers, Reid, they have a chance to do something they haven't done all year tonight.
Win 4 in a row. Whew. My goodness. It's taken a while.
Think it's in the cards?
I think they have a good chance if they can keep playing how they've been playing.
Well, that's
and attack Seattle. I mean, it's crazy if you look at the points. So McDavid leads the Oilers with 124 points. Jordan Eberle leads the Kraken. He has 51 points. Like he is less than half of what McDavid has.
Yeah, that is absurd.
So if the Oilers defend, they can go to work at the far end of the rink. Rip City Step says, are the Kraken a good team, Reid? I would not consider them a good team. I consider them a bubble team. Then they're not that great.
Not up to... okay, that's a good question. Who would be a team that's currently on the bubble that you would say, ooh? Like, is it... I mean, the Mammoths aren't...
Still the Jets.
Still the Jets, eh?
They're 3 out. I would still think the Jets could be dangerous in the postseason. On the other side, I mean, in the East, there's so many teams on the bubble. Columbus, Ottawa, Detroit, Philly's hanging around. Washington's 5 points out. Do I think any of those teams are super dangerous? I don't know, not really. The Islanders are barely in. We got Belzy. Okay. Belzy, do we have you, my friend?
I think so. Is this better?
This is better. I told you, don't use the VIC-20. Use the Commodore 64 for these hits.
Well, honestly, I think my computer was about to blow up. It was making all sorts of noises. So thank God I got booted off this thing.
Okay. Well, thanks. I'm glad it didn't explode. Thank you very much.
So am I.
Thanks. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Speaking of explosions, right off the start of the game yesterday, we got to get your opinion on this. We knew something was going to happen. Gudas against Max Domi of all people steps in and does a really great job. I guess it's kind of a 2-part question. Like, what do you think of how this was handled overall from the whole code standpoint? And then what did you think of Domi's performance in that fight?
I thought it was obviously a little bit late. Like, we talked about it when the initial hit happened. I think we all kind of debated it and we talked about it, and the lack of response was somewhat alarming, especially when your captain goes down. So from that standpoint, it was good to see, okay, the next game you're going to get your pound of flesh. I mean, it was good for Toronto to do that. It showed that they cared. It showed that they had some togetherness. But at the same time, like, what does it really do now? I guess it seems like it's a little bit. I'm not poo-pooing on them, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I get where it's coming from, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to describe because you want to see all that emotion in that first game. Like, as soon as that happens, some of the guys talk about, hey, they didn't see it, or, the lack of response the rest of the game. And then you go into the game, last night, and they're all ready and amped up to go. So I guess from that standpoint, you sit back and you say, hey, good for you guys for answering the challenge, for sticking up for your teammate. But at the same time, it's a little bit late, if that makes sense.
All right. And Domi did quite well, didn't he?
Oh, he was fantastic. I mean, I wasn't actually surprised that it was Domi. I mean, we've seen him when he's been in those situations handle himself quite well. And I mean, he is the son of a pit bull. So, I mean, there is a little bit of that flowing through the veins and the blood.
All right. So we wanted to get your opinion on that because I was kind of a talker. And Gudas is a big part of the Ducks, who eventually could be an Oilers playoff opponent. Oilers and Kraken tonight. So here's the thing, Belzy. They've won 3 in a row for just the second time this season. things appear to have shifted. And you know what? This is the last game of March. They're going to have a decent record for the month of March regardless. Are you seeing some legitimately sustainable things here in terms of the more positive things the Oilers have been doing lately?
Yeah, I have. I think their defensive game is so much better than it has been. We talked about on the post-game show the other day where they're taking away time and space in a hurry. They're outnumbering their opponents. They're not really giving up grade A opportunities, and that's a trend that they have to continue if they want to continue winning hockey games, especially in the playoffs when everything starts to get a little bit tighter. So it's a trend that's very important to see. They're obviously scoring like they always are, but the games are looking a lot cleaner. They're looking a lot tidier. You don't see a lot of the mistakes that they were making, throughout most of the regular season. And this is a perfect time to be peaking.
Yeah, I hear you as well. They seem calmer. I've used the word impatient to describe the Oilers a lot this year, where
yes.
It's like they need it's like they think there's a 3-point line or something, and they're going to catch up. Or score a bunch at once. So I've seen that as well. I think that the players would probably tell you the bench was pretty calm on Saturday, even as Anaheim caught up. So they stayed in that. So is this? And Jay and I were talking about this yesterday. And do you think it's okay? We got to lock in. We're a veteran team. We know the playoffs are here. Is it the impact of Murphy and Dickinson coming exactly as advertised? Or does a coach even lock? I mean, I've heard stories over the years where a lot of coaches will say, okay, it's you time until such and such a date, and then it's go win your scoring title or whatever, and then it's time to do it my way. What do you think of those options?
I honestly think there's a little of everything there. It is a veteran team, for the most part. And yes, they've had new guys come into the lineup, and they've, slowly been, working themselves in and starting to have an impact, like a guy like Savoy. But these guys, for the most part, have been to where most teams want to go. So they have an understanding of what they need to do. It is a new system, so there was, obviously trying to get acclimated with that. But the biggest piece of that puzzle, too, is they didn't practice for a ton of time. And if you think back to the start of the season, one of the biggest complaints for a lot of NHL teams was, well, we didn't get a ton of practice time. So if you're trying to implement a new system, well, when are you supposed to do that? Yes, it's one thing to draw it up X's and O's on the board, but it's a completely other thing to actually go out and execute that because you practiced it and you had reps to it. And even Connor talked about that, in his much maligned interview that he had after the Lightning game, where he said, hey, the Lightning are very rehearsed. Everything they do seems like they've done it over and over again. Well, maybe it was as simple as they just needed to do it over and over again in practice. So I think there's a lot of different factors that have played into the way that they've started to turn their game around.
Belzy, what do you say about a comment like, with the loss of Leon Draisaitl, he's not in the lineup, that this is leading to the Oilers playing a more well-rounded defensive game? Do you buy into that?
A little bit. I mean, when you take one of the best players in the world out of your lineup, you got to do something to try to fix what's going to happen. So either more guys step up and they score by committee, or you got to go the opposite way and lock down on the defensive end so that you're not going to give up those extra goals, right? So I think right now they're at 3.4 goals against over the course of the season. It's something around that.
Yep.
So if you find a way to limit one extra goal because you've decided to really lock down on the defensive end, well, you're still scoring at a really good clip. I think you're almost at four goals a game. You're somewhere in that 3.5 to 3.6 range. So if you can take one goal off because you really focus in on that defensive side, well, then you're going to win more games than you're not, right? Then you're going to lose because you've focused on it. You've limited the chances, and that's what the Oilers have been for the most part, is a team that's leaked chances and they've given up goals that they shouldn't have. And so, yes, losing a Leon Draisaitl sometimes forces you into situations like that.
Bellsy, you're excellent with the numbers off the top of your head. 3.49 goals against, or goals for, so 3.5.
Nice.
Goals against 3.35. So they're a little bit, but you're right. They shave off, even if they shave off a goal every 2 games, and I think that's the impact of Ingram and a little better defending. Like if the Oilers allow 2, I'll take them every time. If they allow 3, I'll probably still take them a little more than half the time. But it's when they're allowing 4 or 5, then it gets out of hand, right?
And you know what? Since the trade deadline, their goals against is 3.18.
So there you go. So they're coming down, and they had that game, and they've had 3 games, the Anaheim game, the San Jose game, shortly after the break, and then the Dallas game that are really going to drive up that average. I mean, I think there have been a lot that have been 3 or under. And Ingram's been great to listen to, Bellsy, and he talked yesterday about blocking shots. And I know I've asked you about this before, but it keeps coming up, and about the predictability of knowing how his defenders are going to defend, when they're going to block a shot, how they're going to block a shot, and how that helps the goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, blocking shots is obviously a big thing because now you've got layers in your defensive zone system where, if you're on the point and you're trying to shoot it through 3 different bodies before it gets to your net, well, the probability of it actually going in the net is, obviously decreases quite significantly. So blocking shots is a critical piece. I think the Oilers have seen it over the last 2 seasons in particular, where the team that they played in the Stanley Cup Finals has a commitment to blocking shots, and they don't give you anything for free. And I know I've mentioned that exact comment multiple times, but when you are in the NHL, when you are in the playoffs, there's such a small margin of error that you can't give up anything for free, because if you do, usually that's the thing that ends up haunting you. But we talked about this in the press box, Reid, where it's not even just the blocking of shots that is going well for the Oilers. It's the fact that their body position, their stick positioning is in the right area, and they're disrupting plays. Because they're now starting to take away time and space a little bit quicker, you can see the opposing teams rushing it. They're not quite set where, in previous months, it was kind of that defense where you're sitting back and you're waiting for something to happen and they pick you apart. To me, I'd rather lose a game because I was too aggressive than being way too passive. Because when you're passive in the NHL, there's too many guys that are ultra skilled that will pick you apart. And well, guess what? We saw it for 6 months.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to take away time and space, and now it's going a little bit better.
Yeah, Shawn Belle joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Okay, a couple more for you. One's really silly. It's the one I texted you about. I gotta get your thoughts on Tortorella into Vegas, right? I mean, they're hoping for
no.
You okay?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna probably go in there and he's gonna rule with an iron fist. But how long is that gonna last for? Which star player is going to become the whipping boy this year? It's probably going to be Mitch Marner. Leave big game Mitch alone. I don't know what I really want to say about John Tortorella. I saw him get hired and I just rolled my eyes. I'm like, again, is there not anybody better that you could pick from that guy? But at the same time, I'm saying that, you know what? He's probably going to go in and they're going to be unbelievable defensively. They're going to score at an unbelievable rate. And then they're going to do crazy things. I don't know. It's Tortorella.
Well,
pick your poison.
they won last night, but Vancouver obviously is in last place. So they're here on Saturday, right? And what could be a game for playoff positioning. But I don't know. I guess will you get the buy-in, right? Will Eichel and Marner and some of those guys think, okay, here we go, let's go for the cup? Or is it going to be whatever? 7 regular season games and 4 playoff games, and we're done with Torts. Right?
Yeah, Marner's going to be scared for his life because he's going to have flashbacks of Babcock, so that's going to be an issue. He's going to have to get over that. Eichel, I think Eichel, he's played for Tortorella, so I think he understands him. With the U.S. teams, I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to go in there and he's going to clean some stuff up. And there's always that new coach bump that they get. That every team gets for, you never want to see a guy get fired in your organization. So naturally, most teams instantaneously play better And I think that's what Vegas is hoping for. And you get a guy like Tortorella who comes in and, for the first couple months, like you always see a jump in his teams because there's some structure. He's not afraid to get in your face. He does some pretty good things. So I do expect to see a better Vegas hockey team moving forward.
As you know, Bellsy, Rip City Step, one of our more funny, one of the funnier nasties in the chat, he says, I heard Eichel has demanded a trade to Buffalo. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's probably true, yeah. Too good.
Our off-topic topic for William Huff. Somebody stole a truck full of 400,000 KitKat bars in Europe. Why would you possibly steal 400,000 KitKat bars?
Because you get 1.6 million pieces of chocolate.
There it is. Times 4.
That's why.
It's a good point. It's a good point. It's hard to argue.
Right?
Yeah. All the kids can share.
Yeah. You have enough chocolate for your whole community. And still enough for yourself.
Oh, that's amazing. Am I going to see you tonight, my friend?
I'll be there. I'm trying to figure out if I have to stop at home and get a suit first or if I can wear this. Do you think I could wear this? Little suit jacket with a hood on it?
Yeah, I think it looks...
you're Shawn Belle.
Dressed up.
Yeah.
But that's what all the new age comment, people on the panel are wearing suits with hoodies. So I think you'd be fine, man. I mean,
that's what I thought too. I asked Tommy, and Tommy's like, "Well, I don't know. It's not quite great."
Well, I think there is a difference though for somebody that's actually played on the surface that you're watching.
The alumni is a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
A young and handsome alumni, not an old and broken. Yeah. Hey, all right, we love you, buddy.
You today.
Talk to you tonight.
See you, boys.
Shawn Belle on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. I feel as if, for the Vegas thing, I feel as if I'm the only one that's worried that he's going to do something crazy.
No,
that he's going to wake him up for a few weeks.
Look at Ross Creek Nasty in the chat. I love Torts to Vegas. He's going to be a huge Mitch fan. Watch Marner thrive. He adds Martin St. Louis thrived under Torts. No one would have called that.
It's Ross Creek Nasty and I. We're our own little club.
Well,
we're the Fearful of Torts Club. Well, that doesn't sound right. I'm not fearful of him.
You've got nothing against to be fearful of him.
No, I'm not personally fearful. That he'll do something to make Vegas more dangerous. And let's face it, it's very likely Edmonton plays Vegas in the first round.
You're saying it's more likely that this will have a positive effect?
Well, they can't get much worse. They only win a third.
They could get much worse.
They've only won a third of their games since
I know,
the
but
Olympics.
They're still sitting third in the Pacific.
True.
So yes, it could get worse. They could fall out of the playoffs. But you're suggesting...
But McCrimmon was saying, well, that's probably going to happen anyway with Cassidy, so I might as well see if I can light a fire here.
Well, then, I guess do it. Time will tell.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Wasn't that a Doors song?
I believe it was.
Coob's nodding.
Jim Morrison, right?
He was the lead singer.
That's the guy.
That's the only door I can name.
Well.
All right. That was good stuff with Bellsy.
That was great. As always.
On the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. If you would like to text us, you can do so. 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app. Free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. Safe, secure, and easy to use. And that's where you text in your guesses for the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Obviously, we don't have a winner yet.
We do not.
The third clue is Vikings. So the clues have been Braves, 40, and Vikings. Braves, 40, and Vikings. All right. Everett Fitzhugh, great voice, play-by-play voice of the Seattle Kraken. He's coming up. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel next.
It's the Oilers and Kraken tonight from Rogers Place. Connor Ingram gets a nod in between the pipes for the Orange and Blue, who aim to find their first 4-game win streak of the season. And the Oilers return Roby Arventi to the AHL ahead of tonight's matchup. The 23-year-old suiting up in 3 games for the Oilers this season. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They hit the airwaves for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 o'clock right here on EST. For the Oil Kings, Game 3 against the Blades from Saskatoon tonight. Series tied 1-1. Edmonton tying the series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. And in soccer, Bosnia and Herzegovina beat Italy on penalty kicks, securing their spot in the World Cup, joining Group B alongside Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. Canada and Bosnia open their World Cup against one another June 12th. Back in E-Town, the Elks naming 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. Campbell spending the last year as a special teams coordinator with the Red Blacks. To the majors, Jays Rockies, Game 2 of their 3-game series. First pitch at 5:07. Max Scherzer to the mound for Toronto. Ryan Feltner countering for Colorado. And on the court, Raptors challenging the Pistons at 6 o'clock with a total of 7 games around the NBA. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. The Oil understood for GCL Diesel. Next up, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan. Evan Bouchard's not getting enough love because people just want to kick him in the junk about his defensive play. I get it. He's a polarizing guy. I think we focus so much on the negative of a player. There's no perfect player. The next perfect player that I meet will be the only one. And the most jarring thing for me was seeing him with his shirt off the other day.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Must you click?
Must you click? All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers and Kraken tonight. Oilers trying to win 4 in a row for the first time this season. That is the Thumb Click remix, as put together by Zach Kubish. So if you have us on YouTube this afternoon and you have not yet clicked the thumbs up button, please do so. We need 11 thumbs to get to 100, which is our minimum to get to for each show. So if you haven't done so already, get in there and click. Let's get there right away. What?
I'm not sure if this is a first-time attempt, but we've got a Limerick attempt here from Whistle Dog.
Oh, good. Oh, I have a couple to read as well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do the Whistle Dogs. This came in on the River Cree Resort Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. European heist looked too easy. Would have preferred Hawkins cheesies. Oh. Stick them in the freezer. Eat what you need, sir. I'll be taking a break if you need me. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. I like
freezer and needs.
That's a great rhyme.
That is
a great rhyme.
That's taking it to the next level.
No, we said if you wanted to, you could use Star Trek as the theme for your Limerick today. Library Pat. The Oilers are on the rise. Seattle will get a surprise. Fate protects fools, little kids not in duels, and ships named Enterprise. Not bad. Now, VR Montenegro, I think probably to troll us, wrote a Star Wars themed,
of course,
Limerick, and his pacing's a little off.
By saying Star Wars when you're starting to talk about Star Trek.
An ode to a scruffy nerf herder named Han Solo. Fled Mos Eisley, Empire issued a bolo. Greedo shot first and missed. This change made true fans pissed. An exciting new sport, speeder bike polo. Well, that's very creative. The third and fourth lines are too long from a Limerick standpoint. He knows that. This is good, though, getting people involved. I think we've added a lot to the creative juices.
Sure. Certainly can't say we've taken away.
Buttermilk syrup in the nasty chat. Our off-topic topic for William Huff. Why would someone steal 400,000 plus KitKat bars? Reese peanut butter cup sales have been dwindling, so they decided to take out the competition one truck at a time. The next heist, Twix. Wasn't Twix a rabbit that was stealing? Wasn't that their corporate thing?
Well, the commercials for Twix say that it's the Twix brothers.
Oh, is that
left
what it was?
and right, and they battled.
I thought that somebody had a little, or maybe I'm thinking of a cereal. Is there Trix? Maybe it's Trix cereal.
Oh, Trix are for kids.
Yes.
Yes. Here's the bigger question.
No, Mex, it was Star Trek themed.
How much of a it was Star
Trek themed.
You said that initially, Reid. You did go on to say Star Wars a couple of times.
Why did you
by
correct
accident.
me in the moment?
Because I don't want to do that. You're told not to correct people.
No, if I'm wrong, you correct me.
Okay, well, you're wrong. I'm right. Okay.
Like if I said it was the Oilers and the Cleveland Barons tonight, would you not jump in?
Yeah, I don't think they haven't played since the late 60s, the Barons?
They're in the 70s.
Here's the bigger question. How much of a dent does this put in the global total of KitKat bars? 413,000 of them going
I don't know
missing.
how much.
I would love to know that.
Can't be that big of a thing.
But I mean, how many are there? Millions of KitKats around the world currently?
Oh, for sure there would be.
There's probably more KitKats than people.
Like, think of all the convenience stores and grocery stores in the entire world.
Are there more KitKats in the world than people? Not a chance.
Probably
well,
not.
minis? I don't know. If you count, I guess it's not a full KitKat if you count the one bar.
Well, it's in the wrapper. No way.
No, there wouldn't be 8 billion KitKats. I think there'd be several million, though. Think of all the convenience stores and all the grocery stores in all of the world. I mean, you can't think of that many. It's incomprehensible.
It's staggering.
It's a staggering amount.
Quick estimation, about over 5 billion KitKats sold yearly.
You looked that up?
Yes. But, I mean, all at one time, there's...
So divide that by 12. Divide that by how many KitKats would be sold in a day? 5 billion sold?
A year, yes.
Divide that by 365.
That's 13 million.
So KitKat sells
700,000.
13 million KitKats a day. Yeah.
Wow. I've underestimated you, KitKat.
And we wonder why there's obesity. What'd you eat today? KitKat. What else? KitKat. That's about it. We are the Canadian Brewhouse Studio. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Oh, it's going on right now. It's Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Prices starting at $3.99. Come early, stay longer, save more. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house is your house. Wasn't Pat in this morning?
Yeah, Pat.
Pat from the Brewhouse.
He was on the Hangout.
Yeah, great guy.
Lovely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll just do the Oil Understood at 5 o'clock. There is a game tonight, though. Oilers going with McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy. Nugent-Hopkins between Hyman and Roslovic. That line's been good. Well, let's throw in a clip about that.
Sure.
Chris Knobloch was talking about why that line's been looking pretty good.
I think it starts with Ryan being our centerman. He's very versatile, whether he's playing left wing center, checking role, more of an offensive role. Just a smart hockey player who complements other guys. So I think it starts with Ryan being the lead guy in that line. But also there's two other pretty good players with Hyman and Roslovic. But just being able to capitalize on their opportunities. And the other night, with the goals Roslovic got on a breakout play, and just guys who can put the puck in the net. Roslovic a little more from perimeter. He's got a dangerous shot. Hyman obviously around the net, and then Nuge just being so good defensively, but also a good passer, playmaker, that kind of everything just kind of meshes.
All right. Also, Dickinson between Szymanski and Kapanen. Szymanski's looked pretty good. Henrique with Jones and Lazar on the blue line. Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Murphy. Wallman with Emberson. And Ingram will be the goaltender. When do you think we see Jari again?
Not till the back-to-back.
Next Tuesday in Utah, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Same team he played before?
Yep. Okay. Devil's advocate. Why would you roll him out at home? Why would you roll him out against Chicago?
I wouldn't.
Right.
All right.
Things are clicking right now. It's going along nicely.
We'll get a Seattle perspective. Huge game for them. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Everett Fitzhugh is going to join us after the break.
The Oilers have returned Roby Arventi to the AHL Condors ahead of tonight's matchup against the Kraken. At home, Connor Ingram gets the start, looking to find their first 4-game win streak of the season. Catch Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson as they preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock right here on EST. For the Oil Kings, Game 3 against the Blades from Saskatoon tonight. Series tied at 1-aside. Edmonton tying the series 4-3 overtime win for them on Sunday. Big news in soccer, Bosnia and Herzegovina beat Italy on penalty kicks to secure a spot in the World Cup, joining Group B alongside Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. Canada opens things up June 12th against Bosnia. Back in E-Town, the Elks, they've named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. Meanwhile, the Jays Rockies have Game 2 of their 3-game series just after 5. Max Scherzer on the mound for Toronto. Ryan Feltner countering for Colorado. 1 game's live right now in the majors. Rangers, Orioles, top of the first, runless. And in the association, the Raptors challenge the Pistons with a total of 7 games around the NBA. Tip-off for that one goes at 6 o'clock. Everett Fitzhugh up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Hangout.
I'm not shocked that he's fired. I'm just surprised that, and especially yesterday where there was this attention around this game, that you dropped that right before the game. But they're going for a full reset coming up here, and it'll be fascinating to see what they do. And they try to trade Austin Matthews.
Is Mitch Marner just laughing? Poolside, just laughing right now?
I'm away from that mess.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey, Dad. I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is.
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Okay, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers and Kraken at 7 o'clock. Blue Jays going at the top of the hour. They'll probably do better than they did yesterday. That's a pretty... What did it even end up? Was it 13-5?
14-5.
14-5.
Yeah.
I don't want to short Colorado a run. We are pleased to have our Voices of the Game segment for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. We love having this guy on the program. Of course, he's the play-by-play voice for the Seattle Kraken. I think he's already set up at Rogers Place right behind where I sit, so I get to hear him call the game tonight. And it is Everett Fitzhugh checking in. Good day, sir.
Oh, hey, fellas. How we doing today?
Okay, I got a confession to make. I don't think I even told Jay this.
Yeah.
And Jay has some fun stuff for you. So the last game did not go Seattle's way. And the Oilers are approaching something. And I was like, should I tell Everett or not? Because as a broadcaster, I like information and I like context. And sometimes when you're in a lopsided game, you're finding stuff to talk about. So I was like, well, I know Everett. I mean, the three broadcasters besides the Edmonton guys I know the best are Everett and Doug in Florida and Connor in Colorado. I'd be most comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll text Everett this fact just in case. And it was the last time the Oilers scored 10 in a game. And about 20 seconds later, I hear Everett just play-by-play going, come on, Reid! What are you doing? What are you doing? Because I'm right in front of them. They're like, don't send us that!
Yep. Oh, I remember that very, very clearly. And I remember the fans in the background. They were chanting, "We want 10." And I'm looking at my color guy, and I'm like, we're both kind of, what are they saying? And I took the one cup off my ear, and I was like, oh, that's what they're saying. Okay. All right.
I'm a bad man. I'm sorry.
Listen, you know what, man? Those things happen. I mean, one of my old coaches back when I was in the minors said that you are never guaranteed to blow someone out in the course of a season, but you are almost guaranteed to get blown out at least once during the course of a season. So hopefully that was our one, maybe one of two, one of three.
Yeah.
And in the last 10 games here, hopefully we don't have any more of those stinkers.
Well, now when the Oilers do it to somebody else, and you're with your family or having a pint on the road or whatever, you'd be like, oh, hey, you know what? I know when they did this before. Look at this text. Anyway.
I wrote it down. It's in my notes. I wrote it down in case. Just in case. It's in the notepad.
That's amazing.
Just in case it happens tonight.
Well, we all know you're a prepared man.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Everett you're born and raised in Detroit, Michigan.
Yep.
About 45 minutes outside of Detroit is a little town, a small university town called Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
I believe they're home to the Michigan Wolverines, and if I'm not mistaken,
the Victors. They like to be called the Victors. They're home to the Victors. Yes.
Oh, all hail the Victors. Well,
the leaders and best. The leaders and best. Yes.
Listen, I've got something to admit to you.
Okay.
I'm a Michigan man.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm a Michigan man. Now, I want to know a couple things. You've been on the road. This is the end of a 6-game road trip for the Seattle Kraken. How have you been able to consume, the madness that is March?
Listen, luckily, wherever we go, no matter what restaurant we go to, no matter what bar we go to, what hotel we're in, there is always CBS, or here in Canada, there's always TSN that airs the games. The hockey tournament's been a little bit more challenging, but the basketball tournament, for sure, I was able to watch every second of this March Madness for the Michigan Wolverines.
So I think that the Final Four matchup that they have coming up here against Arizona is going to decide who wins it. Are you on the same page?
I think so. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a weak Final Four, but I think in years past, you don't have Duke this year, who was the number 1 team overall. Houston, they struggled a little bit, I thought. So I think the de facto national championship game is going to be Michigan-Arizona.
I would go along with that, and I started following this year's college basketball at the start of the tournament, like a lot of people.
You know what? It's funny too. Michigan had an opportunity to do something that I think has only been done 2 or 3 times before. They've got the hockey team in the Frozen Four. They've got the men's team in the Final Four. The women's team got beat pretty bad the other day in the Elite Eight, but that would have been the first or the second time in the last 15 years that a school had hockey, men's and women's basketball, each in their respective Final Frozen Fours. But the Michigan women's basketball team lost by a pretty hefty margin the other night.
Okay. See, we're full of fun facts. Yeah. This is why we like chatting. What is this road trip, by the way? Weren't you guys just in Buffalo?
Yeah, so this is probably, it's only been five years of the Kraken's existence, but this has probably been one of the crazier road trips that we've been on. We started in Columbus. We went to started in Nashville, went to Columbus, went to Florida, Tampa, Buffalo, went back to Seattle for about a day and a half, and then we practiced at home yesterday. And then we flew into Edmonton yesterday afternoon.
Oh, okay. So you went, you took the couple days to get the team home for a while. Okay,
which I was a little bummed. Obviously, more family time is great. I have a 3-year-old son at home, and he was so excited to see me. We went skating. We played hockey in the driveway on Sunday. So it was a wonderful family day that I would not have traded anything for in this world. However, when I saw the schedule come up, me and Cam Moon were talking about going to the West Edmonton Mall on that Sunday, because I've never been to the mall, and he loves the mall. And he said, when you guys come here in March, we're taking the day. I'm coming to pick you up. We're going to the mall. We're going to spend all day at the mall. I was fired up. I was excited about going to the West Edmonton Mall. It did not happen. So next year, we're going to try to get to the West Edmonton Mall.
Okay, so the Panthers were here a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And Doug, even despite the extra trips during the playoffs, he's never been to West Edmonton Mall. So I got to do that with Doug. We got to, Mooner, maybe I can help, can get you out there. I did take, though, Mr. Plagens got to have a bison burger last week. Okay. So he enjoyed that. He was going to order a chicken wrap, and then he's like, wait a minute. I'm in Alberta. I need beef for bison. He had bison before, but he wanted to have it in Alberta, so he was pretty happy about that.
Whenever we go to Calgary or Edmonton, we have to get Berta beef. It is on the menu. We go to a restaurant. We get a steak. We get a big hunk of meat somewhere whenever we're in Alberta. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we've hit the basketball and the food talk and my silly facts. So let's get to the hockey tonight. We got voices of the game for Windsor Plywood and Luke. It's Everett Fitzhugh from the Kraken play-by-play booth. So here we are, right? It's critical times. Yeah. We've talked throughout the season, and my view from afar is like, man, they've looked good at times, and then they have these stretches like the last 6 games with just 1 win. How do they make up these 2 or 3 points over their final 9 games of the season here?
Well, luckily for Seattle, they've got games in hand on just about everybody in the division. They're at 72. Most teams are going to be at 73-4. I think Vegas is already at 75 after last night. So if you're the Seattle Kraken, luckily you've got some opportunity with the games in hand. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if you take an overarching view of this season, the Kraken are where they want to be. I think the basement floor, the absolute bare minimum, coming into this season was to be playing meaningful games at the end of March into April. Game 70 had to mean something. The last couple of years, Seattle's been out of it before the All-Star break, before Christmas, and it's not been fun. So if you take a wide look at it, yeah, Seattle is where they wanted and where they needed to be if you go back to October. The annoying part is going into the Olympic break, Seattle was 3 points out of first in the division. Now they find themselves 2 points back of a wild card spot. They've got 3 regulation wins in their last 14 games, 13, 14 games. So, Lane Lambert the last handful of weeks has been saying, these are mistakes that you make in training camp. These are October mistakes and issues that the Kraken are having right now. I don't think I've heard a coach use the term dumbfounded or mystified so often, so late in a season. You've had a number of players wearing a lot of the responsibility. They call themselves out. The other team, they wanted it more. We didn't bring our best. We don't know. When you hear players saying those type of things, it's comforting in that they own their own mistakes and they're owning this, but you're at game 65, now game 72 coming into the year, 73 coming into the year. You can't be making these mistakes. And I think the saving grace for Seattle, even though they've gotten points in 3 straight games, they're 1-0-2 in their last 3, they're starting to get back to what's made them successful throughout the bulk of this season. And I think there's been a lot to build off of from the third period in Florida. You go to Tampa, you beat Tampa for just the second time ever in their building overall, period. And then a Buffalo team that, coming off of a very frustrating loss to Detroit on Friday, the Kraken gave them all that they had, and they gave them all they could handle on Saturday. Couple of mistakes, couple of miscues. They've not been able to capitalize on their chances. All of these little, small, minor things have jumped in and become one big issue for the Kraken. But going into the last 10 games, you're excited. If the last 3 mean anything, they're getting back to playing the way that they need to play when it matters the most.
It's interesting you brought that up about the October hockey.
Yeah.
And I want to watch for that tonight, because now the Oilers have only won 3 in a row. That equals their longest winning streak of the year.
Yeah.
Of all like this. You remember the streaks of a couple of years ago. Forget about that. They want to get to 4. But we've seen here since the trade deadline, since Murphy and Dickinson came in, the Oilers have stopped making the October and November mistakes, right? They look a little more locked. So that's interesting tonight. If Seattle plays October hockey tonight, that's going to be tough because the Oilers aren't playing that. But if Seattle can come out and play March, April hockey, we could have a really good game tonight.
Well, and just looking at the Oiler lineup, I mean, obviously you don't have Draisaitl in tonight. That's going to be a huge loss. I know the power play for the Oilers has struggled in recent games. But again, I mean, this is a game that the Kraken, in my mind, I mean, this is a must-win game for a number of reasons. Number one, you need to stay within 2 points of that final wild card spot. Nashville does not play tonight, so the Kraken can pull to within 2 points or can tie their way into the last playoff spot if they win tonight. But I think also this is a Kraken team that's only ever won one time in this building. Last time they were here, it was a bad 9-4 loss, in Edmonton before the break, and it was just everything that could go wrong did go wrong in that game. These are the type of teams, the Oilers, the Sabres, the Lightning, that they just got done playing. You're going to have to beat these teams in the playoffs. Coming up in a couple of weeks in the Kraken season, they've got the Kings once, they've got Vegas twice, and they end the season in Denver, which potentially could be the start of 4 or 5 straight days in Colorado, because if they win and make the playoffs as that wild card spot, they're probably going to play the Avs, so they could be in Denver coming up for about a week. But this is a must-win game, I think, tonight for Seattle for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, it's a huge one. Is DeCourt the goaltender? That's what we've been going with. Do we know for sure?
I will tell you this. Philip Grubauer has played the last handful of games. He was first off the ice this morning. Now, Lane has been very, very tight-lipped about his goaltending in recent weeks. I mean, all year, really. But I think in recent weeks, even amongst us, he's not really tipped his hand that much. Grubauer has been playing well. He's been the better goalie of the last, 6-7 outings for Seattle. So that would be my educated guess. But we have not heard any word as of whether or not it's going to be Joey or Phil tonight.
Well, better. I mean, maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago. Like they had like 880 goaltending. Everybody's above 900 this year for Seattle, so that's turned around for the Kraken.
Well, and also, too, I mean, if you look at all the issues that this team has had, whether it be scoring goals, whether it be sometimes the special teams lapses, very few times this season have you been able to say this loss was on goaltending. This poor performance was on goaltending. Goaltending has not been the issue for Seattle this year, regardless of who was in net. I know Matt Murray's only played 5 games, but there was a time back in November where the Kraken were the only team that had 3 goaltenders each above 900 save percentages. So the goaltending has kept the Kraken in this race all season long. Defensively, this team has been strong. It's been the offense that has struggled. I think I've got written down here, they're 23rd now in the league in offense, but they're still in the top half of the league in defense. So, I mean, as the goaltending goes, this team typically seems to go. But this year, the goaltending has been the least of the worries for Seattle.
Okay. Everett, great hit as always. We always have a fun time with you. I know you got to get ready for your own broadcast, and I'll see you in a couple hours. I hope we can at least have a quick chat during the intermission or something, buddy. We love you.
Yeah, we will. And keep your meaningless stats to yourself tonight, okay? I'm not trying to hear any of these. The last time the Edmonton Oilers scored 10 on a full moon in March.
Go blue.
Go blue. Yes. Go blue. Take care, fellas.
See you, Everett. Everett Fitzhugh on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. He's our Voices of the Game segment for Windsor Plywood Leduc. I didn't tell you I did that, eh?
No. Well, you just have
given context.
Hey,
I mean, they're
not?
running out of things to talk about, probably.
Well, you can imagine at a 9-4 game, you're probably looking for things to discuss.
Right. Yeah. And didn't Seattle score with 5 seconds left in that game? Remember? Wasn't it 9-3 and they scored right at the end?
I'd have to look at the game.
I'm pretty sure they did. I have some memory of that. We love having Everett on the show. We had that running gag. We haven't done it as much this year, but last year about, it's a must win. It's a gotta have it. It's a can't lose. It's Seattle's at the point where, Rob Brown always used to say it's not a must win until your season ends if you don't win.
Oh, we've discussed.
But Seattle's getting close to them being, they're gotta have it's for sure.
But they've got a couple games in hand, right?
A couple games in hand.
I mean, if they were to win tonight, Nashville's off, they would move in.
They'd have the last playoff
the last
spot.
wild cards by points percentage.
Right. Yeah, but there's not a lot of room for error, shall we say. Do you think I was talking about this with Tom yesterday. I think it's highly unlikely the Oilers finish first in the Pacific. I just don't think the points are there. Now there's Anaheim used up their game in hand yesterday. They got a point. But the Oilers are 4 back with 8 to go.
Yeah,
that's tough to make up.
That's very tough. Unless the Oilers can put together a 5-game, 6-game win streak here, then...
Well, the Oilers would probably have to go 7-1 to have a shot at first.
Sure.
To have a shot at first.
Yeah, they still have to face Colorado. They get Chicago on Thursday. So if they can win tonight, they can set themselves up to possibly do something like a 5 or 6 game win streak.
Yeah, a point up on Vegas with the game in hand. That's the situation for second place. All right, clue number 4. Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. You must text your guess, maximum 3 guesses per person, to 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And the 4th clue is 1993 champion. So the clues are Braves, 40, Vikings, and 1993 champion. Braves, 40, Vikings, 1993 champion.
Very cool. I like it.
And Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Sign up on playalberta.ca, the Play Alberta app, if you haven't already. You can look for EST specials there. Jay's play of the day is what? Hyman's anytime goal?
Just a goal,
Hyman
baby.
Anytime goal, so that's pretty fun. Hyman's been playing great for the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to talk about him in the Oil Understood when we get back.
Two guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province. There has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Leafs Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Leafs Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit leafs-johnson.com today.
O'clock, puck drop between the Oilers and Kraken. Connor Ingram in between the pipes for Edmonton as they look for their first 4-game win streak of the season. Catch Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They get you set for the action during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that airs an hour before puck drop right here on EST. And earlier today, the Oilers returning Roby Arventi to the AHL Condors. He played 3 games for the Orange and Blue this season. A handful of games get going in the NHL momentarily. Canadians at Lightning, Islanders and Sabres drop the puck while the Stars and Bruins match up. For the Oil Kings, out in Saskatoon, Game 3 against the Blades. That one's knotted at 1 aside. Edmonton tying this series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. Big news in soccer, Bosnia and Herzegovina beating Italy on penalty kicks, securing a spot in the World Cup, booking a date with Canada to open the World Cup June 12th. Back in E-Town, the Elks have named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. Meanwhile, the Jays Rockies have Game 2 of their 3-game series in just a moment. That gets underway. Max Scherzer on the mound for the Jays. Ryan Feltner countering for the Rockies. Around the majors, 4 games live right now. Bottom second, runless between the Rangers and Orioles. Association, 7 games in the NBA. Raptors challenging the Pistons at 6 o'clock. Suns Magic about to get underway. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, Oilers Kraken tonight. Couple hours away from dropping the puck at Rogers Place. Jay and I are with you until 6, and then Tom Gazzola takes over with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. We got the Blue Jays here on the TV. Coob was mentioning the Rick Campbell news coming back to Edmonton with the Elks. We're hoping to get him on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that'll be good to catch up with him. Italy loses the World Cup qualifying game against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Why did I lead with the losing team? Because of Iwanek.
Wow, because
he's got
of the
Italy on the
connection
mind.
here.
So Bosnia-Herzegovina fills into Canada's pool. So they're going to play Canada June 12th. That's Canada's first game instead of Italy. So Italy was up 1-0, got a red card, got scored on, the 79th minute. They go to extra time. Nothing happens. Penalty kicks. Did not go well. Bosnia-Herzegovina went first. So it went score, miss, score, 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 miss, score, and then it was over.
No, this was in Bosnia-Herzegovina, right? It was played there?
Yes, I believe so.
Did you see some of the footage from around the stadium? Like
I haven't seen any video from this game.
Okay, so there's buildings at one end of the stadium. Actually, at both ends. The goal ends are not like a full bowl. They're lower seating, and then there's high rises behind them.
Okay.
People were standing with what would appear to be, like, what's that called when a flare?
Oh, yeah.
Massive flares. Like, it looked like these buildings were on fire.
Right.
If you have a chance, go on X and look it up. It was a sight. I do want to say something, though, Reid. Just something personal for me.
Okay.
My good buddy Sickler.
Yeah.
We've talked about his boy Ben.
Right.
Right. You've sent him some nice messages.
Yeah.
It's Ben's 12th birthday.
Oh, amazing.
So happy birthday, Benny boy. And
happy birthday, Ben.
I hope you enjoy the game tonight because you're going to the Oilers game with your dad. And I'm announcing this while they're listening to this.
Is he just finding this out now?
He's just finding this out now.
Are you approved to announce it?
Yes, I am.
So what's the whole story here?
Do you want the whole story?
I think I want it.
Okay.
Because if you're announcing it, so Ben is 12 today. And he's going to the Oilers game.
With his dad.
This is like now the greatest day of his life.
Probably. So my buddy Winkle, who I played football with,
right, yeah.
He runs the penalty box for the Oilers games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sometimes as off-ice officials, they get tickets.
Okay.
Gifted. Well, I'm his boy's godfather. Like Jared and I, we're good buddies.
Well, you're very godly.
Thank you. Now, because my life is over and I'm just a glorified Uber for my children now, I couldn't go. So I said, hey, Sickler, I know it's Benny's birthday. What do you think? So, Benny, you're going to the game. That's fantastic.
That's really good.
So it's a three-way. I was just the middleman.
You are the middleman.
That'd be a great movie.
You're the broker.
I'd like to star in the movie The Middleman.
I don't do anything myself, but I make sure other people can enjoy their lives.
Yes.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Well,
so are you sure Ben is listening right now?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Any words of wisdom for his 12th birthday?
Kind of appropriate, I guess, in a way. The age gap is off by a day.
True.
My words of wisdom to a 12-year-old
young athletic man.
Young male. You know what? Because if I could go back and give myself advice, I would say don't be so hard on yourself.
Great advice.
Like, just accept that not everything's always going to go your way.
Yeah.
And not that I ever gave up in my life, but sometimes I was like really hard on myself.
Sure.
Like, just keep pounding away. Take failure as failure is not defeat. An end point. It's not defeat. It's not an end point. It's not even. Oftentimes, it's not even a setback.
No.
It's like you wanted to do something that didn't quite go your way. Don't learn from it. Don't brush it off, but learn from it and keep being positive. That'd be my advice to 12-year-old Ben.
Wow.
Like, have standards, have goals for sure. But don't beat yourself up.
Don't sweat
if
the small
if you don't
things.
get your way, or you lose a game, or you get 99% on a test. Keep going, baby, and enjoy the game tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll wave to you.
I probably won't be able to see them. That's not rude. I'm not saying that because I'm rude. I'm saying because I reach a point with my vision where I just don't see very well.
True.
All right. Do we have a winner yet? Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game? Not yet?
No.
Okay.
A lot of people think they've got it, but they don't.
They don't because we give it away. Jasmine's advice, invest immediately. Open up that TFSA, boo and S&P it. I don't even know what the last half of that sentence means. I know what a TFSA is. What does boo and S&P it mean?
Well, isn't the small and poors?
Oh, is that what it is?
Is it small and poors?
I just don't know if that's the advice I would give to a 12-year-old, Jasmine.
I don't think 12-year-olds have a lot of money.
I really don't know if that's... I mean, file that away, I guess.
Build, own, operate?
So my advice was more about spiritual, personal well-being, happiness, and Jasmine goes straight for the, gotta have those dollar bills, y'all.
You guys know what FAIL stands for?
Here's Jasmine's message to you, Ben. It doesn't matter if you're miserable as long as you're rich.
You can buy happiness. I think they sell it.
I don't know that you can.
Oh, my goodness. It is time for the Oil Understood. I'm just going to transition right off of this. Time for the Oil Understood. It's presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. Where do you want to start? Why don't we start with your the guy who you got scoring tonight for your play of the day?
Yeah, let's go there.
Zach Hyman, Coach Chris Knobloch with some thoughts.
Weren't sure how he was going to respond after his surgery. You knew there was going to be, time for him to, get back to playing the way he can. We didn't know how much that was going to limit his puck handling, his goal scoring ability. I think he got off to a little bit of a slow start. I'm not sure how long it was before he got his first goal. Very similar to the year before, where he got off to a little bit of a slow start also. But since then, he's been able to score quite regularly. Power play, even strength. And we needed that, especially now with missing Leon, and he's continued to play very well throughout his time. I think, by December 1st, I think he's second in the NHL in goals scored, and he's been bringing some physicality to his game, which is nice. He's looked like what we want from him. And after a major surgery, not sure if that's going to happen, but fortunately for us, he has been able to play very well.
All right, that is Knobloch on Zach Hyman. One of the most reliable Oilers in team history?
Possibly.
I mean, yesterday someone was saying, the Oilers only give away good players. They never get them. Hyman's an incredible hockey player. If he, I know he didn't play the full season. Injuries happen. If he would have played the full season, though, with this pace, he'd be flirting with 50 again.
Yeah.
What'd you say he was? Fifth in goals since he came back?
Fifth in goals per game
for the whole league.
Reid, and I think Coach Knobloch touched on it, but 29 goals since December 10th are the second most in the league since that date.
Right.
In 44 games, he's had 29 goals. I mean, did you expect this kind of season after, because remember what happened? It wasn't just, he's going to miss the first week. It was the first week, then it was 4 weeks, and then it kept going and going. This is a pleasant surprise.
You know what? I have such faith in this player.
Okay.
I still would have thought he would have a chance to flirt with 30. I mean, he's going to wind up playing 62 games probably. What are we at? 62, 63? I still would have thought he would have had a chance to get to 30. He might get to 35, which is pretty good.
Incredible.
Great story.
Great story.
Great player. And one of those players, too, I know he often plays with McDavid. He hasn't been lately. But as we've said about Podkolzin, you put Zach Hyman on a line, that helps that line.
Yep.
He's going to play the same way. He's not going to think, now we got to do this. He plays exactly the same way. And he's seeing a couple other players sort of blossom this season. And Hyman himself was asked about both of them, one of them being Matt Savoy.
Yeah, I think he's been doing it. I mean, I think people forget how young he is. Like, he's still a young kid in the league. Like, I think this is his first official season, right? The rookie season, and I think he's playing great. I think you see, like, those are the guys that you want to see growth in their game from the start of the year to the end, and you're like, oh, they're not the same player they were at the beginning. You know, a guy like me, you're hoping that he stays the same, right? But for the young guys, you want to see progression, you want to see them get better, and those are guys that help you win because of the improvements that they've made. So I think for Savvy, he's fitting in unbelievably well in the top six. He's finding great chemistry with Connor. He plays top minutes on the penalty kill. He's on the top power play now, so he's earned all those things, and I think as a veteran guy, that those are the steps you want to see your young guys making.
That's a great clip. Hyman's always been very well spoken, and as we know, if you want a hockey player to give a good detailed answer, don't ask him about himself, ask him about somebody else.
Good point.
But that's high praise. Like if you were Matt Savoy or Matt Savoy's parents, I mean, they're in the Edmonton area, and you heard Zach Hyman saying that about your kid, that'd be pretty cool.
Would those words mean more coming from a player like Zach Hyman than they would from a Connor McDavid?
And I think, it'd be cool.
Maybe.
But Hyman's can be a little more explanatory.
Sure.
When he talks.
But I mean, he did get on the bench. I forget exactly when that was. The pad on the thigh pad for Connor McDavid, kind of, that was a sign of, okay,
yeah,
you're part of this now, kid. But just phenomenal what's going on there. And he's not the only one.
Bud Colson as well. Here's Hyman.
Another guy who, I mean, people forget how young he is too, right? I think first round pick, I don't know if he was top 10 or not, but high pick, and we got him from Vancouver for pretty cheap, obviously, and he's turned out to be just an integral part to our team. Like, he brings so much. He brings jam. He's physical. I wouldn't want to fight him. You know, he's strong. Guys, sneaky like that. And then I think offensively, he just continues to grow and develop. And I think he's got an unbelievable engine, motor. You guys are here at practice. He's often the first guy on the ice, and he's always working on his game. Loves hockey. Loves playing hockey. And an unbelievable teammate that just continues to get better. And now he's playing on the first line right now too and thriving. So it's great to see. If we want to win, we need guys to, like Podsy and Savvy, to continue to take steps and continue to grow, and they've been great.
We were talking on the show yesterday how Connor Ingram might be having one of the most unexpected Oilers seasons ever. But certainly if you just look at great individual stories for this season, I think you'd put Ingram up there, and then I think you'd put Savoy up there, especially over the last couple of months, and I think you'd put Bud Colson up there as well.
For sure.
Players who were like, well, Ingram wasn't even a question mark. He wasn't even a thought. But Savoy and Bud Colson would have been, okay, can they do it? Can they find a role? Whether it's whatever line they're on, or can they become a true, reliable NHL player? And the answer is, pointing very strongly yes for both, which is pretty good.
Well, and let's go back to the start of the year, Reid, when you were looking at the goal differential.
Yes.
From the goals that left this
deficit,
team, or deficit, to the goals that were, okay, who's going to supply these goals? I mean, you didn't have Savoy sitting at 14 goals right now.
No, I thought maybe Howard could get there out of the two young kids.
Sure. Yeah. And Podkolzin, I mean, if he got to 15, that would be a major win.
Yeah.
He's sitting at 16 right now.
He has an outside shot at 20.
Absolutely.
But even 16 is pretty good.
I mean, McDavid, 36 goals last year?
Was it 36 or 26?
Or 26?
I think it was 26.
Yeah, well, sorry. I mean, he's already made up.
Because we were saying he himself might make up, because they were missing 60 goals from last year or something, if you look at the players who left. Perry, Arvidsson, Skinner, a couple other guys, right?
I mean, I don't think you'd have Hyman at 31 goals at the start of the year, given his injury.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be sure about that.
So, I mean, McDavid's already made up 16 of the goals. So, yeah.
Better play lately by the Edmonton Oilers for sure. Here's head coach Chris Knobloch.
I think there's been a lot of strides. I just think it comes down to the importance of the games. At a point where we need to win a lot of games to get into the playoffs. We're teetering on dropping out of on that playoff picture. So I think that caught everyone's attention, and we were able to simplify our game and play a harder game, more forward check, fewer mistakes, and more of a playoff type of game, and which is great for us because in the playoffs you obviously know what it takes, and I think we're playing a pretty good game like that right now.
All right, well, if they can play, Everett was talking about Seattle sometimes playing October hockey lately. If the Oilers can play March, April hockey, they're going to be fine tonight. Because Seattle is, a decent team, but I think they're beatable if the Oilers are able to jump on them. Mex says, did Reid have Roslovic when he was predicting goal totals? No, because I did them all before the season. And Roslovic was signed literally during the first game of the year. I just want to clarify, too, the Ben that we are wishing a happy birthday to is not our Ben Thompson.
Correct.
Big Uke wanted to get Ben a Play Alberta account. The Ben we're talking about is turning 12. He's definitely not getting a Play Alberta account.
Can't do it.
Not from us, anyway. His dad wants to set something up. That's fine. We ain't touching that one. As much as we love Play Alberta, we'll leave the 12-year-olds out of that. Clue number 5, Hudson's Canada's Pub. Mystery athlete of the game. To win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. Big Uke's being cheeky with us. That's funny. Clue number 5 is Eskimos. You must text in your guesses to 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The 5 clues: Braves, 40, Vikings, 1993, and Eskimos. Do you want to give a common wrong guess that we've been getting? We can do that because we're clue number 5.
I've been
Or
getting.
do you want to not do it? It's up to you. I'm just asking.
No, we don't need to.
Okay. I thought maybe there was one name that was coming in a lot.
Sure, because it doesn't really matter. Dave Stewart.
The former A's and Blue Jays pitcher.
Correct.
Not the guy from the Eurythmics.
Correct.
Probably not. Okay.
Well, that we know of.
We assume. Yeah. Well, Corey Hart and Brian Adams were both mystery athletes, the athletic versions of them, the hockey player and the baseball player. All right, so that is the 5th clue. If you can't get it, we're going to have to come up with something else. Somehow. Braves, 40, Vikings, 1993, and Eskimos. And, of course, speaking of Play Alberta, they are the presenting sponsor of EST and a very important partner. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and, of course, sports betting. If you go there, look for EST specials, look for Jay's Play of the Day, which is
Zach Hyman goal.
Zach Hyman to score.
Boosted to plus 180. Now, I did see somebody mentioned that it was taken off the site. So I'm currently in talks with Play Alberta
Well, what
as
happened?
to why.
I still got it here.
I
Or maybe refresh. Yeah, it should be there.
I don't know. Maybe enough people got on it that
sometimes there's
a cap
on how many people can bet on it. Okay,
Yeah. So
we'll
I'll get to the bottom.
We'll find out. But anyway, Hyman to score was Jay's Play of the Day. Colorado, Toronto, Major League Baseball, top of the second, no score. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. Some more Oilers clips and buying or selling for Damon Bunting and words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. All ahead.
The Oilers have returned Roby Arventi to the AHL Condors ahead of tonight's game against the Kraken. Connor Ingram starts in between the pipes. Catch Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that it hits the airwaves right here on EST at 6 o'clock for the Oil Kings Game 3 against the Blades. Goals from Saskatoon. That one's knotted one aside. Edmonton tying their series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. Back in E-Town, the Elks have named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. And 5 games live over in the majors right now. Of course, the Jays in action against the Rockies. Game 2 of their 3-game series. Max Scherzer on the mound. Top of the second, runless right now. 2 outs there for Colorado. In the association, the Raptors challenge the Pistons. 7 total games around the NBA. Tip-off goes at 6 with one game live right now, halfway through the first. Magic up 15-6 on the Suns. And back around to the NHL, 7 games underway, 5 o'clock puck drop for all of those ones. Panthers up 2, zip 7 minutes into play, while the Red Wings trail by 2 against the Penguins midway through the first. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Buying or selling. Up next for Damon Bunting here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
They would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
One shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy? Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host. Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction. A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of kids sport. No whistles, no play clock, just a room full of generous hearts. EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com. Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
Believe in me, the dreams that I foresee. Believe in me, believe in me, believe
Okay.
in me. The dreams that I foresee.
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. They're turning 20 this year, celebrating big until October 26th with over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Again, going on until October 26th, website rivercreeresort.com. And we do have a winner in the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game.
We do. Casino Dealer Jay.
Oh, finally. Well, finally someone got it. Only one. This wasn't a whole bunch of right guesses finally came in. One person got it.
This shocked me.
All right. So, first clue was Braves. This person played football in college for the Elkhorn State Braves. 40. This was this person's uniform number in the Canadian Football League. Vikings. This player had an NFL tryout with the Minnesota Vikings. 1993 champion. This person won the Grey Cup in 1993. And the last clue was Eskimos. Obviously, they played for Edmonton. It's Benny Goods.
Yeah.
Benny Goods.
Is he when you think of number 40 as an Eskimo or an elk, it's got to be Benny Goods.
I'm not good at remembering all the numbers.
Oh, it's Benny Goods.
What number were you?
It's Benny Goods, 8.
I already forgot.
You know who else wore number 8 with the Eskimos?
Hardy.
Chris Hardy. Oh, Reid.
Oh, I guess I do remember numbers.
You are good.
I just proved myself wrong.
Sneaky.
So Benny Goods is the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. So people were guessing former pitcher Dave Stewart. I wonder why. Did he wind up? Well, he pitched against the Braves, I guess. Did he wear 40? Like baseball numbers, especially. I don't remember. Well, Gary Carter was 8.
Mm-hmm.
What was Joe Carter? 29.
29.
Was Alomar 12? Was Tim Wallach 12 for the Blue Jays for the Expos? Andre Dawson, I think, was 10. Gary Carter was 8 for sure.
Wasn't Alomar 13?
Maybe. We don't know. We'll never know. There's no way to find out. If only there was something connected to a infinite database.
Only we could.
All right. So Benny Goods is the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. So Casino Dealer Jay gets the $25 gift card to Hudson's. Good stuff. Oilers and Kraken tonight. So we were guessing Decord, but it sounds like it's going to be Grubauer tonight. That's what Everett Fitzhugh told us. So remember that. We're a lot of positive stories for the Oilers. They've won 3 in a row. We're talking about Hyman. We're talking about Podkolzin. We're talking about Savoy. I mean, I know Evan Bouchard has his detractors. You don't have a lot to cling to lately. He's got 86 points. He's plus 22, and he's paired with Matthias Ekholm.
Yeah, nothing surprises me with him. I think from the first day I got to play with him, I knew I was in a really good position being on a pair with him. He's an unbelievable hockey player. I think he is showing it year to year, and I think he's taking steps every year. I think right now there's nobody that would disagree that he's the top 5 defenseman in the NHL. And to me, it's a complete game. I don't think a lot of people see him as this offensive, dynamic guy, and he's got his shot, but his breakout passes are amazing. I mean, you look in the game, how many times he finds guys in stride, in speed, that creates offense for us. He plays on the penalty kill. He's very solid defensively, so I think he's the complete package, and I think he's only going to keep growing.
A little bit there from Matthias Ekholm. Yeah, so Bouchard, 20 goals, 86 points in 74 games. I don't think he's going to get to 100. You'd have to light up a couple, not just one big game, but a couple. But he's had a pretty incredible season. What were we talking about the points here? So McDavid, how many players on the Oilers would be the leading scorer without looking? How many players on the Oilers would be the leading scorer on the Kraken?
5.
4, almost 5.
Yeah.
So Eberle has 51 points. Hyman has 50. Nuge has 52. Bouchard 86. Draisaitl 97. McDavid 124. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's just absurd. McDavid 124. Leading scorer for the Kraken is Eberle with 51.
Yeah.
That's more than 2.
The Oilers' power play struggling without Draisaitl, just 1 for 17, though, since Draisaitl got injured. He scored in that Nashville game, missed most of the rest of the game, so he missed 3 power plays in that game. The Oilers still first in the NHL in the power play, but not nearly as productive without their big shooter. All right, it's buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
All right. Did you hear about the partnership that the NFL just agreed to?
I did not.
So the NFL has partnered with TMRW Sports for a pro flag football league.
Well, you got to try out. Buying that you try out.
To develop a professional flag football league for men and women that will be backed by all 32 teams, plus a plethora of well-known names in and out of football. So TMRW, that's the company behind golf's TGL.
Okay.
This has players, former players. Larry Fitzgerald is one of the investors in this. Russell Wilson, one of the investors. Joe Montana, Steve Young, Tom Brady, Eli Manning, Justin Tuck. Like, tons of players are behind this.
Okay.
My question, buying or selling, in our lifetime, flag football is going to be bigger than contact football.
Obviously selling.
Why? I'm not kidding, Reid.
Flag football will never be bigger than the NFL. There would never be a flag.
What if there's
league.
NFL flag?
Right, but it's not. It wouldn't be the same.
Reid, I'm just saying.
People want hitting. They want tackling. They want traditional football with blocking and physicality.
I know, but that's not the way sports is moving. Sports is moving away from contact as much as possible. If you can have the same excitement in action and speed and velocity.
But it wouldn't be the same excitement in action because there wouldn't be the fear of getting hit.
But is that what you're watching football for? Is the big hit? Because to me, the NFL, the CFL, it disgusts me. It hurts my heart to see what is now called a penalty. What is now called... I mean, last year, Tyrell Ford hit Brady Oliveira in the thigh pad, and they called it
whether
unnecessary
it's a big hit
roughness.
or not. Contact football has contact. It has tackling, blocking, offensive, defensive line play is vital to the success or failure of a team. Flag football would not have that. It would not have the diversity of body types and positional strengths that contact football has. It would never supplant the NFL or CFL in popularity. Never. It would be a fun variant on the game like 3x3 basketball or beach volleyball.
Now, I'm not saying, Reid, that you're incorrect. I'm not. I'm just saying the way that the sport of football is moving and evolving is far, far, far away from contact. And this partnership would develop 32 men's and 32 women's teams. I mean, this is now something. There's a movement for flag football. No question. Do I think it'll ever take over the NFL? No. But the NFL's sure on board with it.
I could see it being a quirky league that's on in the spring or something like that.
Like the halftime show.
Yeah, like a halftime show. At halftime of each game, there could be a flag football game.
For those wondering, Play Alberta has put that special back up online. That's Jay's Play of the Day is back online.
Oh, good.
Zach Hyman goal boosted to plus 180. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. It's a big step, and especially when you have those names behind it, Reid, it's not going to fail. I can assure you of that.
Right. Real Dudley, who is the mystery athlete, he must have just missed it. It was Benny Goods, Casino Dealer Jay, won that one. If you have us on YouTube this afternoon and you have not already subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk, please do so. And if you have not given the show a thumbs up, please do so. We're at 114. Let's try to get to 125. And once you click the thumbs up button, then please click the share button. And that'll generate a link for the show. You can email or text it off to somebody else or several people and say, hey, come check out the show, especially coming up with words of the day. If you have non-sports people, that's fine. They can participate in words of the day.
Looks like they're trying to break a hot dog record.
In Toronto?
At baseball. Of all places.
And what are they doing? I didn't see it.
I didn't...
All right. Total dogs. Is it?
It's Looney Dog
It's
Night.
Looney Dog Night.
Total dogs consumed thus far 54,559.
Oh my goodness,
That is disgusting.
That's almost as many KitKat bars that
Maybe
were
it's a
stolen.
KitKat guy.
This could be the KitKat guy.
Do you get a free KitKat when you buy
Yeah, he's giving the KitKats to Major League Baseball teams.
Oh, man.
Hey, give these out with a hot dog. Don't tell them where you got them.
What was his name? Your henchman?
Silas. Silas was the henchman. Cookie Finger was the villain. And then there's other henchmen. I think Victor was another henchman. Top of the third, no score between the Rockies and the Blue Jays. Matthias Ekholm with some thoughts on why the Oilers have been playing better lately.
It's easy to say, but I think for me, this group knows what time of year is coming up. And I think that this group has shown that when the stage gets bigger, we tend to show up, and we're getting down to that time when it's, if you want to be in the dance, you got to make sure to punch your ticket here. So playoff time is when this team is at its best, and I think that's one of the bigger factors where the urgency goes up when it's this time of year. So kudos to us for finding it, because sometimes you just can't if you have a sluggish start to the year. So, but with that, I think some of the details too that the coaches have put in place and us executing them has been a factor for sure.
All right, and the Oilers will try to keep it rolling against Seattle tonight at 7. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 o'clock here on EST, hosted by Tom Gazzola. The Oilers seeking their first 4-game winning streak of the season. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. UFC 327 is going down Saturday, April 11th at the Canadian Brewhouse. Feel every hit, takedown, and knockout with TVs at every turn, cold drinks, and electric fight night vibes. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. All right, back with the final segment, including words of the day. Here's the Coop.
Have returned Roby Arventi to the AHL Condors ahead of tonight's clash with the Kraken. Connor Ingram in between the pipes for Edmonton for this one as the Oilers look for their very first 4-game win streak of the season. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They hit the airwaves in about 18 minutes for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, teeing up the matchup tonight right here on EST for the Oil Kings. Game 3 against the Blades. Goals from Saskatoon. Series knotted at one aside, Edmonton tying the series following a 4-3 overtime win on Sunday. And in the NHL right now, a handful of games live. The Panthers smacking the Senators 5-0, 15 minutes into play. Carter Verhaeghe is 23rd, the most recent goal in that one. Back in E-Town, the Elks have named 3-time Grey Cup champion Rick Campbell as a coaching analyst. And over to the majors, the Jays Rockies midway through the third runless in Game 2 of their 3-game series. Dalton Varsho next up there for Toronto. In the association, the Raptors, they challenge the Pistons 7 games around the NBA. Tip-off for that one at 7. 2 games live right now. End of the first. Suns down by 7 points to the Magic. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Next up here on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Jays, Yankees 1-2 in the AL East this year?
Jays 4, Yankees 1.
You're saying the Jays will finish 4th? Yes.
Wow.
Do you really think the Blue Jays fall to 4th?
Here's what I'll say about the Toronto Blue Jays as a Yankee fan. So the Yankees are always the Yankees. The Yankees are always in the playoffs. Toronto Blue Jays, there's many times where they have a great season and then they fall the next year.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Who's that lady that you're with? Tell her that she better quit with those eyes and those lips, with the tipping of her hips, flipping back and forth her hair with that animal stare. If you don't want to share, then you better leave her right now.
Oh, a little Whale and the Wolf. Always a good time of day to listen to these gentlemen. Cowbell. No score, Rockies, Jays, bottom of the third. So around this time yesterday, we were watching Cody Ponce injure himself trying to get a ground ball. So what's he got, sprained ACL?
Yes, sir.
Not good. And what's going on with Tiger?
Tiger Woods has announced that he's stepping away, taking a break from golf for a period of time to prioritize his well-being and seek treatment. Obviously, that announcement follows his recent DUI arrest in Florida and withdrawal from the Masters.
So he was going to be in the Masters, which was a big deal, so he's not going to play. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has that $21.99 prime rib special. 7 days a week, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. Available for dine-in and takeout. Not available on show nights, but a great deal. Prime rib special, just $21.99. River Cree Resort and Casino, rivercreeresort.com. 780-218-9999 is the inbox. We had a good day in the inbox. A lot of guesses for the Hudson's Mystery Athlete. We had some submissions, most of them earlier in the show, but some pretty good ones, and in the nasty chat as well. The off-topic topic for William Huff: why would you steal 400,000 KitKat bars? This happened in Europe.
A heist.
A heist? What a heist.
12 tons, Reid.
Yeah. Like, were they threatening when they did it? Like, was the driver of the truck just like, okay, take the truck, I guess? Like,
stuck him up with Twix bars.
They had the Reese's Pieces. Hand it over, I'll squirt the peanut butter all over you. Well, I would have to hand it over.
You would?
Yeah.
That'd kill you.
Give me a rash. It'd be itchy all night. All right, how you feeling tonight, buddy?
Good. I just, Reid, I think the story of this game will be told in the first 10 minutes. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the Oilers, when they've on this 3-game win streak that they have. They've scored or been leading after the first in 2 of 3 of them, and I think that's important.
Yeah, I think we'll tell how they're going to play probably early in this one. Hopefully they keep rolling over those lines too, right? I mean, Henrique, Jones, Lazar looked good last game. Jones was right around the puck when McDavid shot it in. Szymanski's been a bit of a revelation for me for how he's played killing penalties and in a bottom 6 role. So the Oilers are looking better. I'm not going to talk playoffs right now or anything like that. For now, they're looking good. I mean, they're going to clinch a playoff spot probably in the next 4 or 5 games, which will be nice. And then we just got to figure out who they're going to play. All right, it is time for the Words of the Day segment. For Edmonton Public Library, EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. They have an intellectual freedom campaign, your right to read, watch, and listen, and explore ideas without barriers. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca, and, of course, the website for the library, EPL.ca. Or you can just mosey over to your nearest library.
The word of the day.
You know how much it is for a library card?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your
question?
concentration?
What do they got to say?
Zero.
It's $0.
Again, I dare you.
Let's find out.
Pretty good deal.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know.
Then you know what I'm saying.
First word of the day, frenetic.
Oh, frenetic.
Frenetic.
All right. I think that I got the spelling. And when it comes to the definition, I know what it means, but verbalizing it might be a challenge. I don't want to be too frenetic as I try to give the definition. Frenetic. And frenetic is sort of, how would I describe frenetic? It would almost be like a disorganized, out of control pace. Such as with a lot of action, like sports. If a game if a hockey game was 2-2 with 2 minutes left and it ended 4-3 with several breakaway opportunities and crazy plays, you would say it was a frenetic finish.
Something described as frenetic is filled with excitement, activity, or confusion. The word is a synonym of frantic. So I'm going to give...
I was going to say frantic, but I didn't know if it meant exactly frantic. So I left out the exciting part, but you did say confusion. And I kind of said it was something that can be out of control or, did I say unpredictable, disorganized, something like that? But certainly, yeah, wild, frantic, exciting.
Second word of the day.
Okay. I got 2 out of 2?
2 out of 2.
I haven't got 2 out of 2 in a while.
Draws.
Okay. I think I know how to spell it, and I should know what it means, but I don't think I do. DROSS. All right, so 3 out of 4. I didn't get 3 out of 4 at all last week, Coop?
No, only
2.5 was the best I did. I
yeah.
think I got 2.5 yesterday.
I was on the Friday.
Dross. Is this to do with the animal kingdom?
It is not.
Okay, then I need a sentence.
He's a skilled editor who has a talent for turning literary dross into gold.
So is it a something that is poorly written, the drivel?
More, not just to the written word.
Oh, something that a poorly communicated idea, poorly communicated thoughts. I'm not getting it. Not good, Benny.
Something referred to as dross is of low value or quality.
Oh, so it could be anything.
Could be anything.
Something of low value or quality.
Use it in a sentence. Ponce's ACL looked rather dross. Yes.
Well, his fielding attempt was dross.
The fielding attempt.
The fielding attempt was quite dross. Still no score between the Rockies and the Blue Jays. Bottom of the third, runner on second, 1 out for Springer at the dish. All right, we got to go. So, Tom Guzzola coming up. It's Belsey tonight, and Ben Thompson will be at the technical desk. The GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Game at 7 between the Oilers and the Kraken. I'm heading to the rink right now. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy the game.